I say unto you, love your enemies. Bless them that curse you. Do good to them that hate you. And pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you.
Which is the first commandment of all?
Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might, and with all thy strength. This is the first and great commandment, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
Master, thou hast said the truth. There is one God, and none other but He. And to love Him with all the heart, and with all the understanding, and with all the soul, and with all the strength, and to love his neighbor as himself, is more than all the whole burnt offerings and sacrifices.
Thou art not far from the kingdom of God.
Me too, I hope. Me too, I hope. Me too, I hope. Me too, I hope. That I'm not far from the kingdom of God. That'd be excellent. Hey, babe. How you doing?
I'm good.
Groovy. Let's see how the chat's doing. Fine watching. Hey, well, I think Barbara was here when it was meant to be the morning stream. But I didn't do the morning stream. I was way too tired when I woke up. So, yeah, I'd done it for this afternoon. And even then, I had to delay it a bit till 3. So, yeah, I'm not going to be all afternoon on this. It's the second part to the one we tried to do the other day. We only got 16 minutes in, and it was a 50-odd minute thing, so still 40 minutes left of it. And we didn't even talk much about it. We just got on something else. I think it's the day that Luca came in, so it was all huffledy-puffledy and all over the place. So we'll just start at 16 minutes in and just take it from there and just do a normal, just don't get off the topic and just say stop when we need to stop, sort of thing. Because I want to be finished within 2 hours, you know what I mean? Because then we've got Flats later on. He's still driving at the minute, but Flats did say he's doing a stream tonight. So his I can call a show. That's fine. He's been doing it for years. Mine, I keep calling it a show. I don't mean to call it a show. It's only because I call Flats a show. I mean to call it a stream. It's a stream because a show you're putting on, trying to entertain people. I'm not here for entertainment. I'm just here because I like doing this and putting out the truth. If it entertains people, fine, that's cool. But I'm not a show. Do you know what I mean? So me calling myself a show is stupid. It's just it's stuck in my head. It's a stream. If other people want to call it a show, that's fine. But to me, it's a stream. You know what I mean? Live stream.
All
right. Oh, did I say hello to the people? Oh, right. I started off with, didn't I? Better Than Gold, as in Sergio, Jimenez, good to see you. Barry Ross, good to see you, bro. Barry Ross was actually here before we started. I was actually late by 3 minutes. Barry, you're starting to become early rather than late. You need to get back to your original trope, dude. That being early is someone else's trope, not yours. I'm only joking, bro. You turn up anytime you want. So you've gained subscribers, have you?
Yeah, 3.
Is that? Did you put your link out anywhere?
No, but I put in chat.
In your community?
Yeah, and said tonight at 9.
Right, maybe you've got more through Barbara and that.
I think so, because the one I could see,
yeah,
I was like, oh no, I hope it's not one of them lot, like, and it's not, because when I went and checked, it was one of Mr. Super Sidewinder's friends.
I seem to be stuck in 256. I've been up to 257, but it's come down to it's been, I mean, since I got to 250, the amount of subscribers that have subscribe, then unsubscribe, or whatever, because it's gone up and come down. I really should be on like 270 by now, but it's not. It just keeps sticking. 257, 256, 255. It'll go back down to 254, and it'll stick to like 255. It's been a pain in the butt. It's not letting me get out of the 250 range. What can I do? If they want me to stay at 250, I'll stay at 250.
I ain't got out of the 50 range, and I don't really mind. I'm so used to it. But see, I have a little channel. I don't do a lot, but I have.
This is
I
a
have
little
the best.
channel. This is a little channel. Yours is a little channel. Even Flats is with 4,000 subscribers. That's a little channel. You know what I mean? We're still classed as little channels, whether you're 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, maybe you're starting to get a bit bigger. You know what I mean? Like say of Nathan's and that. But even then, it's still small in comparison to what YouTube, people on YouTube making money, like the gamer channels. Like my son has got 16,500 subs, and he doesn't even do anything at the minute because he's mute and ill and all that, and he hasn't for a couple of years, but he's still got them subs, and it's a gamer channel. Other channels, like, well, it's mostly gamer channels that get that amount of money, but then you've got the global channels. They get in the hundreds of thousands. I mean, the only flat earthers I know that are over 100,000 is like Jaren, which I don't think Witsit is yet. Not sure. But that's only in Taboo Conspiracy. I think he might be over 100,000. But he's genuine. But he's been about since the flat Earth thing has started. Started up in 2015. Since it became an internet thing. Obviously flat Earth's always been here because we live on it. But since people started waking up to it again, so there's not many that's over 100,000. And maybe at 100,000 you're making a bit of decent money, but it's not until you're in your millions that you actually make millions from YouTube. And even then, and the slightest thing and you could be cancelled. You know what I mean? So you've got to be careful, I suppose. I don't know what they make, but I know that if you've got millions of subscribers, then you as long as you're getting the views. Obviously, if you've got millions of subscribers and you're not getting any views, then your subscribers doesn't mean anything as a count. It's the views. Like, if I had 1,000 subs and was monetized and stayed at 1,000 subs, but had millions of views somehow, I would make money. I would make the money off the views. It's nothing to do with your subs then. But the more subs you've got, the more likely you're going to get them views. But you could be like, you've got 50. You could do one viral clip. By mistake, you could just be doing something and say something and it looks funny, it looks good, or sounds good, and someone will cover it up, put it out, and it'll go viral. You know what I mean? That happens. I mean, look at the girl on TikTok. I can't remember. All she did is do this to a bit of music, and at the end of the music, she went, "That's it." And she just did a little pause like that. She did do, and went, "That's it," and that became viral. And she must have learned a load of money off that. You know what I mean? Don't know how I'll go into that anyway. I'm just, small channels. Like, we're all classed as small channels. Even Flats at 3,000, 4,000 is a small channel. I would say even Nathan Oakley at 15,000 is a small channel. But big for Flat Earth. You know what I mean? I mean, you get 1,000 subs, you can monetize. There's still no money in it. If I got 1,000 subs and I'm getting the views I am now, I ain't getting any money at all. You know what I mean? Not much at all. I'd probably end up with like 20 quid at the end of the month.
Right.
But I wouldn't I'm not monetizing. Even if I got 1,000 subs, I'm not monetizing. I wouldn't monetize this channel. If I had a channel strictly that it wasn't anything to do with truth, it was just entertainment. Say I don't do pranks and all that, but just say it was a pranks channel or a gamer channel. Fine, I would, and it's for entertainment. Fine, I would monetize that, but I'm not monetizing the kind of truth. I don't mind people who do monetize the truth, but for me, it's no. Like the Flats, and that fine. He needs to do it. He's got a family. He works full time. He doesn't get much money for that in South Africa. You know what I mean? So of course he's got to monetize his channel because he doesn't get much of his channel either. You know what I mean? He gets a few donations, a few super chats, and it's all kind of people that are doing it. But he's not making he's not making much. It's not like a wage. It's not like a wage. It wouldn't even be a wage. I wouldn't think that he'd make off YouTube. You know.
Babe, sorry.
Yes.
I've nearly done my thing.
What you've nearly done what?
Set up my stream.
Yeah.
The only thing
Have you saved the thumbnail to your phone so you can upload the thumbnail, right?
Yeah, but I can't. I'm not doing it on my phone. I'm doing it on.
Oh well, you need to get that. You need to get that image to the. What you need to do is go onto WhatsApp and on the computer, and then right click the photo on WhatsApp, and right click it, and you go to save as.
I can't see WhatsApp on it.
What's right? You go to your Windows. Go to your Windows at the bottom bar. Your Windows symbol, your Windows logo. Yeah.
I'm roboting.
You know the Windows logo, Dave?
I keep roboting out.
Okay, you know your Windows logo.
Yeah.
Right, go to your Windows logo. Click on that, and WhatsApp's in there under W, or it might be in one of the logos right in front of your face.
Oh, no, it's
See
not.
it?
No.
Go to the Windows menu, your Windows logo. Look, let me share the screen.
The square.
Yes, the square. It looks like a window.
The square.
Michael. Yes, it looks like a window. Oh, bloody hell. Sorry,
Yeah,
Michael.
I don't-
I'll let you in because I forgot you let yourself in. You must have went back out. Right,
Too
yes,
funny.
the square. Click on your square, babe, the Windows logo, yeah. Right, then go down to W and it'll say WhatsApp, yeah? Click on your WhatsApp and it'll pop up in somewhere on your screen. It'll pop up. Then go to a conversation, then right-click the image in Save As, and it'll go to save to your computer. You got it?
No, not yet. It's loading.
Right.
Sorry.
It's all right, yeah, we should have been really doing this off of a stream rather than live.
What are you doing?
It's setting up a stream for tonight on the laptop. She doesn't know how to
live stream coaching by PJ.
Oh goodness!
So I save it.
Right, if you right-clicked on the photo, right, get the photo up. Click on the picture. I mean, the thumbnail. Actually, click on it. Right.
I've got
then
it.
Then right-click it. Then right-click it when you're on it, and it should
I
say
did
save
right
as.
click it.
And right,
It says save as, and then there's what?
just save
Download.
as, and you don't have to change the name or anything. And when it says save as, just go to save afterwards. Okay, on whatever it's at. Yeah.
Right.
And it should now, when you go to your folder, you should have that in your thumbnails. Well, you just go to, where are you on the StreamYard? What have you done in the StreamYard part?
I've set the stream up. I've put the description and that in.
Have you put the times in?
Yeah, but I
Right,
just
now
need my.
Your thumbnail,
Yeah, but it's not letting me save it to anything.
which means not letting you save it to anything. What are you on about? You click on your thumbnail, and click on thumbnail, and it'll come on your StreamYard. Click on thumbnail, and it'll bring up your folder.
All right, hold on.
And under your folder, go to downloads, and it'll be in there.
This is ridiculous, isn't it?
Babe, it's not hard. Right, click on your thumbnail on your StreamYard part, and it'll bring up your folder with your saved thumbnail in it.
I don't have it.
Well, you never saved it properly then.
Well, I did.
Are you in downloads? Does it say downloads? Click on your when you go to when you go to your thumbnail. And
They
your
will do it after. It's fine.
Oh, babe, I need to see what you're doing because I'm telling you what to do, and you might not be doing what I'm telling you. So you need to share your screen doing it.
Right.
No, you
Okay.
might not do that. Babe, you should have your. if you saved it as, what happened when you press save? Right, go back to your thumbnail in WhatsApp. Are you setting up the StreamYard on the computer?
Yeah.
Right, and you've saved, and you tried saving it from WhatsApp to your computer.
Yeah.
Right, so it should be that. Right, go back to your WhatsApp. Hey, chilling, good to see you. Go back to your WhatsApp and go back to the picture and click on the picture.
Babe, we'll do it after. It's fine.
You're a pain in the butt. I could have started the show, the stream by now.
You started
Sorry.
15 minutes ago,
I
dude.
know, but I mean, I could have started the video again. Right, let's get the video up. How you doing, mate? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm sound you.
Cool.
Hello, Khan.
Hello.
I can't see what
Right.
you could have done wrong there.
No,
The only
man.
thing you could have done is wrong is when you saved as that you can't type in a name, but I just save it as it is. You know, I just okay it. You know what I mean? Hold on. Sometimes when you save things from your WhatsApp, it says it'll come up a thing that say save to folder or whatever, or look at it. So you save to folder, babe. Did it give you that option?
Hold on.
Babe.
What?
Oh, I was asking if it gave you that option.
I got it.
What, you've got your thumbnail now?
Yeah.
Right, so you've
Hold
saved.
on. Well, I will have in a minute. I've just got to.
It was place to download it to. Right click, save as, and then you should be able to pick downloads, pictures, wherever you want it to go.
So have you saved it?
Well, I've
If you do
saved it, but
I can hear something going ding, ding. Why is it doing that?
it's because I'm trying to get into a different window.
Different window.
Is she
Oh,
setting
got
up
it.
in
I've
this
got it,
stream
I've
yard
got it,
page?
I've got
No,
it, I've
no,
got it,
it's no, it's
I've
our own
got
StreamYard.
it.
It's our own StreamYard. You got it. So is it now on your StreamYard?
Yeah.
Right. So you go to the thumbnail in StreamYard and you can see your picture in the StreamYard. Does it say apply? Did it ask you to apply?
What do you mean?
When you went to your thumbnail in StreamYard and it brought up your folder, have you done it? Can you see your thumbnail in StreamYard? Have you put it on
Yeah.
StreamYard?
Yeah.
Right,
I've
so-
done it. I'm saving it now.
So save stream, save it, and it'll schedule your stream.
Done.
Right, so it should be up. Let's check it. Just make sure you're doing it. Right, let's have a look at Vicky's thingy. Sorry about this, guys. It's fun though. Right, subscriptions, and where is the Miss Mola? There we go. Yeah, it's got a blue thing on it. To stream live. Hey, she did it. She did it. Okay. I'm gonna put the link in the chat for guys.
What time is it?
It's 11 p.m. Dude, you probably won't get that.
Vicky.
Yeah, it's 11 p.m. No, 11:30. Sorry, tonight. It's because of Barbara. Barbara needs it. It's like a compromise between the times. You know what I mean?
All right.
So it's got to be after flats is, but it's got to be a time. Do you know what I mean? That Barbara can do as well, sort of thing. But if you're awake, you can be there. I doubt you will be.
I've because it's on your WhatsApp in here. So what I've done, I've just sent it as you to me. The link.
Yeah, it's fine. That's fine. You can set up your WhatsApp for you, though. You can get rid of my. Well, you don't need to get rid of my WhatsApp, but you need. All you've done is set up a different Chrome for yourself, haven't you?
Yeah.
What you need to do is set up an actual profile on the computer, like a live, because it's Windows, it'll be Live or Hotmail or that. You need to set up a profile for the computer rather than just Chrome. No, so when you open the computer, it'll give you a choice of me or you, sort of thing.
Yeah.
We need to sort that out for you instead of just going out to Chrome. Sort of thing. Right, so this is Vicky's live stream for tonight. Link in chat now. There you go. Vicky's live stream for tonight, 11 p.m. Vicky and Barbara. Right, beautiful. There you go. So, what was you doing wrong? How come you didn't get there? Do it the first time? What was you doing?
I don't know. I was
Days
just
before the
pressing
Great.
You don't know?
Not really,
Yeah,
but I did it.
Yeah, it was probably just a saving thing. It's like where you saved it. Because like I had problems with that save. I couldn't save it. It just saved to whatever it wanted. I didn't have my screenshot save. I didn't have a picture save. It just saved it. I didn't even have a screenshots. Nothing. Even the screenshots didn't save to screenshots. It saved to downloads. Everything did. It was weird, right? We was at 16 minutes, weren't we? Yeah. 16 menus. Where were we? At the side or at the bottom? Yeah, I think they're at the bottom. Photos of
I feel quite proud of myself.
Yeah, too right. You managed to set up a stream without me doing that. It's good. Look, then when Michael and Paul was telling me what to do on the computer, well, they kind of done me nothing because they were laughing.
Yeah, PJ got proper angry.
Yeah, I was like, no, I'm sending the computer back. Put it back in the box.
Crying out loud. No, so yeah, that's all done.
Cool. So sorted. Now you know when you come into it, you'll have to when you come off of here, just practice entering the studio and messing about with things so you know what to do. Yeah.
Well, I've left the mic on the computer plugged in.
Yeah, well that's cool. That mic will be alright. That mic's fine.
So
It's fine.
all I've got to do
You might
is
need
not
to change.
plugged in.
You might need to change the level of the mic to like 50 or something because
I
sometimes
don't.
that mic.
Look,
See on this like on Windows 10 on my mic, I've got no slider level. It levels itself. I can't find any slider level, but on the laptop there's a slider level for the mic. But on this mic here, I've got a separate mic. There's no slider level. It just must automatically stay. It must just level itself because there's
Did
no
you see
way.
what Chilling said?
What? Oh, so this is what happens backstage. I thought it was all sex, drugs, and sausage rolls.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, not sex.
No, I just said sausage rolls. Joke, you know. Do you think I read sex as? Do you think I know it's? I don't know what sausage rolls are, babe, compared to rock and roll.
You're a dick. Have you checked my YouTube to see if that came up?
Yes, I've put your link in.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, look, I'll show you. Look, if you want me to, watch.
Sorry, Michael. I kind of took over, didn't
There
I?
you go, look.
Don't apologise to me. It's not my stream.
There you go, babe. Right there, look.
Not apologising to it, and he does it all the time.
You got it. You see it?
It should be used to it, but now, yeah. Thank
Right,
you.
there you go. That's it.
Thank you.
Enoch can determine.
Right, so 60 minutes in. Yeah, I can't even remember much about the first 16 minutes because this is the day that Luca came in and they all got messed up. So I can't even remember the first 16 minutes. So yeah, we'll just go from where we are. I'm not going to go back to the start because you guys might remember what it was about, even if I don't, you know. So there's no point in going back to the start. I'll just start where we left off. Alright, let's get rid of that. Cool. Same applies, guys. The normal.
When the visions we see, then at least we'll know for sure. Oya scowled at him, looked around at the others for support and realised it wasn't coming. He deflated a slight. Even Haya had taken a step back, feigning interest in the dirt under his fingernails. Fine.
Jimenez, PG knows it's a long way to the shop. It's actually just there. I've got everything out there. I've got it's Gallagher retail, so I've got B&M, I've got Aldi, there's TK Maxx, there's what else is there? There's loads. There's McDonald's. There's
Argos.
everything. There's a bloody bed store and all that over there. Yes, it Aldi.
Argos.
Oh, that Argos, of course. Can't forget Argos. Argus.
Oya mumbled and turned away. Go see your precious Enoch. And so Marwe took to the skies like a bird. He soared through the air until he came across Enoch in the land of desolation, a great barren desert that both.
Do you know something? Do you know any of the? Have you read the Book of Giants, Michael?
Sorry, yeah, I have read it. I've got a copy of it.
So you know what they're talking about when
It's really fragmented, like so.
Is it? Because it does sound fragmented. Yeah.
Some of these videos I think of like, you know,
Trying to put it together.
put it together. Yeah, so
Right.
but
That's what I kind of thought.
What I gather is there were just fragments that it found, like.
Right. That's maybe why it's a little weird for me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have a look at the book.
Boasted no life except for the scribe. When Enoch saw him approaching, he held the giant down, for there was nothing that Enoch had seen by now that could surprise him.
Sorry again. The Enoch seems to be everywhere, don't he? Do you know what I mean? He's in the Bible. He's here in the book of the Giants. He's got his own book, Enoch, as well. Yeah, and we know what happened to Enoch.
Well,
so
this is like
it gives it credence, doesn't it?
It's a bit like a continuation from Enoch because
Yeah.
this is about this in Enoch. It tells you that giants ask him to like go to God to petition for him, and this is sort of like this is where he's talking to giants.
Right. That's what I'm saying, though. I think with the Enoch thing, it gives it more credence because we know what happened to Enoch. You know what I mean, and what type of a dude he was. You know what I mean, so I think it gives it more credence anyway. Especially if Enoch is portrayed how he's portrayed in the rest of the scripture, you know.
Scribe. Marwe knelt before him, uncertain as to why he was kneeling before a man of all things, uncertain as to why he was kneeling at all. I have need of you. Please, listen. And so Marwe spoke of the dreams they had, the stone tablet in the water, the roots of the trees, the garden on fire. Marwe told him of everything they had seen and how they wished to learn what these dreams meant, if anything. And Enoch, despite his reservations of the giants, listened to everything Marwe had to say. But there was nothing he could say in regards to the dreams. These dreams were given to you by the Lord God, he told Marwe. Therefore, it would not only be wrong, there was nothing he could say in regards to the dreams.
So these are the Nephilim that ended up having a bit of a conscience, isn't it? They had some kind of conscience, these ones. Because I was saying to the guys before at the start, saying like the Nephilim, they couldn't have had it. The offspring of the Watchers and the women couldn't have had any kind of soul or spirit or anything, or no soul at least. You know what I mean? They're just dead inside. They're just all for hunger. They just eat until everything's destroyed. To me, that says there's no soul. But there must have been a change somehow.
They must have been able to think and that. Though.
Yeah, of course, able to think. But I mean, spiritually, they were dead. That's what I kind of meant. You know what I mean? Spiritually, they were kind of dead.
Is one of these giants called Gilgamesh?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, he was the son of Samyaza.
Right. Okay.
So, like, he was the first giant born from that fallen angel, Samyaza, who were in charge of all. All 200.
Right, got you back. But I'm saying somewhere down the line must have developed a conscience. So they must have, I don't know how, it must have been a God. God must have gave it to him because nobody had a conscience up until this one. You know what I mean? Especially if he's asking Enoch to petition for him. It's like, and it said earlier that I can't remember, but it's this one. What's his name? Begins with M. I can't remember. But it seems that they've got a conscience. They started saying, well, what's the point in all this that we're doing and all that? It's just in vain, really, you know? So God must have given him a conscience or something. I could be wrong about the rest of them. I could be wrong about the other ones saying that they're dead inside. They maybe weren't dead inside.
What you have to look at it this way.
Hmm.
They didn't ask to be made.
No, of course they didn't.
You know, that what fallen angels in their pride, they made these giants, and they're big, like they needed food,
To eat.
mega food. Like, I mean, imagine how much food a Great Dane eats.
No, I know. Exactly. To be
You know
able
what I mean?
to be able to eat a tree, wood, and everything. I mean, wow. It means some digestive system. So yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they weren't completely dead inside then. Because I was saying maybe there's maybe no spirit to them. But you're right. They didn't ask to be born. Even though they were corrupted, they never asked to be born. Even though it had to be corrected as well. So yeah, I could be totally wrong in my first assertion, saying that they were dead inside completely with no spirit. Because I wasn't thinking about that side of it. They didn't ask to be born. You didn't ask to be born. It's the kind of thing we used to say as kids, isn't it? I never asked to be born. You can't get a chocolate biscuit. Why not? I didn't ask to be born. Yeah. So
you know, like when you see all these films with the what's that one? Is it called Split or something like that? With
yeah.
Well, look how evil that things that does. You know what I mean? Because it's like didn't ask to be made, and it's all weird and all different, and you know it turns it the wrong way, sort of thing. If you know what I mean.
Oh no, Split's the one where it's to follow on from Bruce Willis's Unbreakable. You got Split.
Oh no, it's not Split. Then it's Splice.
Splice, yeah.
Splice, that's it. With that female weird.
That's right.
Weird tail.
I get you in that one. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so I take back what I said before because I was saying these Nephilim must be because they were just ate and consumed and didn't seem to love or anything like that. It was just all consuming and eating and destroying. I was thinking that they're just pure evil. There's nothing inside of them. But yeah, they didn't ask to be born. It's not their fault they were born. So yeah, why wouldn't they have some kind of spirit? Maybe I could be completely wrong either way, but I kind of take back what I first said. Thinking about it.
These dreams were given to you by the Lord God, he told
Marway. Dream as well, you know?
Therefore, it would not only be wrong, but also impossible for me to interpret without his guidance.
Yeah.
Marway was deflated.
Marway.
So there's nothing you can do? Enoch pondered on the giant for a moment, for despite the destruction he had seen at their hands, this one at least seemed polite enough. I will speak to the Lord God on your behalf and learn of what your visions mean and what he has prepared for you. Go back now to where you have come, and I will send word to you once I have answers for you. Marway lowered his head in gratitude and made to return to the skies, but just as he did, Enoch grabbed him by one of his fingers. Wait, he beckoned. If you mean...
Yeah, I mean, there's all different types of giants, I suppose. I mean, if we're 6 foot-ish, right? Say, and with somebody that's 7 foot to 8 foot, we will call a giant. They're massive, but I mean, there's giants and then there's titans, man. They're like a miles high. There's completely difference. And we're a giant to an ant. You know what I mean? An ant is a giant to a bloody bacteria. It's.
I think there are different variants of sizes, like because obviously, the first ones would have been proper massive. Have you ever seen Rob Skiba's diagram where he uses Arnie? And it starts, there's one massive and then they get smaller and smaller because as they like procreate, they get less taller.
No, I haven't seen that. I'll have to check that out. But yeah, I do think like Adam and Eve were probably bigger, taller.
Have you seen them big stones at Lebanon?
Yes.
You know, where there's like about 100 people stood on it and it's massive. Yeah, well, there had to be a giant big enough to lift them.
To lift that, exactly. That's true. And if you think about the tree that it spoke about as well, that its branches spread over the whole of the world pretty much, you know. That must be huge. So yeah, I do think there's bigger, and I do think there's giants sticking out of the earth. Definitely embedded in the earth. I think we're walking on a blooming corpse. I think, you know. I mean, some of the stuff I've seen, and you look at it again, like, wow, that's not just a mountain. You know what I mean, that was a tree, or that certainly was a person, a giant, or whatever, you know?
To fly, giant, beware of the sun. If you fly too close, you will be scorched and obliterated.
Oh, yes.
Marway nodded slowly before turning to look at the sun, bright and furious. He supposed it should have been obvious that flying anywhere near that ball of fury was asking for trouble. Still, he was grateful for Enoch's advice.
Oh, Michael, I never put a comment on it, but nice little video out there.
Yeah, can I just share my screen?
Of course you can.
There you go. So you've got average man 6 foot.
Wow.
Then you've got like Og of Bashan and Goliath like between 12 and 8 foot.
Aye.
And then you've got 24 foot, 30 foot, 36 foot. Getting bigger and bigger, you know.
Well, I would take the 12-footer on an arm wrestle, but the 36 footer, I ain't taking him on. You can take it. Yeah, man. Yeah. Wow. And I bet you there was a lot bigger. Like we hear the Titans, don't we? I mean, that's got to be huge. Jimmy says, I'd just be one big giant anus to a dwarf. Just a big bum.
Just a big butt.
A big butt.
And decided that despite his humanity, perhaps he could be at least half trusted. So when he left Enoch, he had no doubt that he would hear from him again. Oyar was less convinced. So he just said,
half trusted is not any trust at all. That's being wary of someone, so there's no trust there. It's like
there's no half to it. You either trust or you don't trust. Like,
absolutely.
Half trust.
Yeah, there's no such thing. No such thing.
"Aren't you packing?" Oyar sneered when Marway returned. "Empty-handed, no less." He did give me some advice about...
It's quite clever how they make a video just out of pictures. I know they're moving pictures to a certain degree, but all it's moving is hands and head. It's just a little repetition. They're basically just static pictures. Well, static. They're pictures that are static pictures that are made to move. You know what I mean? Just a little bit. It's quite clever how it's done, I suppose. And it doesn't use a lot of video. It's just all images, isn't it?
"The sun," Marway shrugged. Oyar frowned. "The sun?" "Yes, the sun," he said, and walked his way over to the fire. Oyar followed him. "Well, what did he say?" Marway shrugged again.
At least Robespierre's giants had pants on. These have got nothing.
Well, they probably didn't have any clothes, did they?
No.
Unless they had some giant seamstress.
I was going to say, no clothes are fitting. They go after some giant sheep. They ate all the clothing. You know what I mean? They ate all the sheep. I don't know where jeans came from. But...
Imagine just all of a sudden you just get wiped out by a big giant willy swinging about. Like.
That's what I'm saying. Even the medium ones would have had a willy like an elephant's trunk. You know what I mean? or like a giraffe's neck. You're going to get wiped out by that. Can you imagine it? Just going for a wee. You just be a waterfall. Drinking rivers dry and everything, you know. Wow. No wonder you can see why, even though they might have had spirits, you can see why they needed wiping out, because nothing else could live if they were to live, you know, even though it's not their fault.
Not to go near it.
But again, they were still born of a woman, so they're born of sin. You know what I mean? Born of sin.
Oyar bunched up his fists and shook. "Idiots! I'm surrounded by idiots!" Days went by, and it seemed as if Marway's trust was misplaced. Enoch had not reached out, and with the continuation of dreams and visions, it seemed even less likely that the scribe was going to remain true to his word. But eventually, Enoch did show himself.
Oh, Jim, you're funny, man. A Bubba Clubber. Oh, well, that must be a woolly like the size of a tree stump. A tree trunk, not a stump. Bubba clubber. Oh, baseball bat, Jim.
Amongst the giants, but he brought with him some less well received news. Though I did petition to God to let me know of your fate, Enoch started, the Lord God refused me. However, he did give me this tablet, which I used to deliver to your fathers, the Watchers. Herein it is detailed that Semyaza, Azazel, and all his companions will not escape judgment for all the things they have done, and that their wives who succumb to your father's whims, your mothers that is, will not escape judgment, and that their sons, that is you, will not escape judgment. The land is crying and complaining about the terrors you have committed, but soon the archangels will arrive to destroy you, and those who are left.
It basically says there that it wasn't just like the Watchers' fault. I mean, the women said yes as well.
Yeah.
You know, they're the ones sinning as well. They're saying yes to it. I mean, I dare say some of them were raped and stuff like that, but there's got to be some that said yes.
Will face the great flood, which will destroy all living things.
Exactly.
But pray now, giants, and pray truly for forgiveness, and perhaps in such a gesture you might yet be saved.
Some of them must have been.
Preposterous! Oya stormed forward towards Enoch. You think you can come here and speak of our fathers that way? Speak of us that way? Who do you think you are, little man?
Ooh.
Little man. Haya mouthed off behind his brother, storming on after him. To his credit, Enoch did not scream at the approach of two hulking giants, didn't jump, didn't even flinch as far as Marway could see. If anything...
Well, the pride's certainly in them, isn't it? You know, that's their first stuff. Isn't it mad that pride is a big thing everywhere? I mean, everything seems to be, the downfall of everything seems to be to pride.
I could imagine like they'd be quick to anger and, you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Plus to see out smaller inferior as well, like, you know, it's like
Definitely. And you know, like I say, the pride thing, it's everything is falling after pride, you know what I mean? Pride cometh before the fall. And it's the same as like the pride banner, the LGBT, whatever they are, the alphabet family. You know what I mean? The alphabet plus family. They've got the rainbow, God's symbol of the covenant that he'll never flood the earth again. They took that and they call themselves Pride. Isn't it fitting that they call themselves Pride?
Very
you know
fitting.
what I mean? Pride with the rainbow. They've done it to themselves. That's all I can say. They've done it to themselves. Their judgment will be their judgment.
Makes me laugh though that they claim to be love, you know what I mean? Things that I've heard them saying. Wow.
Yep. Yeah. And I don't believe God would do, and the ones that do believe in God, God loves it. God is love. So if I love my next man because I'm gay, then God's not going to chastise me for loving someone because God is love. That's essential love. You know what I mean? Not agape love. That's a different love altogether. That's an unconditional love, which comes with not liking people, but loving them by choice. Liking people and still loving them by choice. It's not the emotional love that God's talking about there. You know what I mean? It's the agape love, the unconditional love, the love that you choose despite what others do to you or do in general. That's the love that I'm on about. You don't have to like someone when you love them like that. You know? People get love confused. You know, it is a confusing thing, but people make it more confusing, more complex than what it is.
He looked amused, like a man who knew the end of a joke, but was willing to hear it told in full anyway. Marway stood in his way, put his back to the scribe, and faced Oya and Haya head on. After all, he'd brought Enoch here, had he not? It was his duty to protect him now. At least, that's what felt right. You dare shield this worm from me? Oya blasted him, big eyes only getting bigger. Killing him will achieve nothing. Have you not heard what he said? If we repent for what we have done, There might be a chance of salvation, Marwe tried pleading, but knew deep in his heart there was no reaching Oya. He'd already made up his mind, much as he always had. I will not stand here and be lectured by a human. If what he says is true, and we are swarmed by angels from the heaven above, then let them come. I'll fight them. I'll fight all of them. Who's
Pride. Philip is saying it's just pure pride, isn't it?
with me? If Oya was expecting a response, it sure wasn't the one he wanted. Aside from a few nervous mutters of agreement, it seemed none of the giants were prepared to fight the angels, or whatever else this almighty deity in the heavens had planned for them. Oya looked around the camp now, searching for an ally, anyone who wasn't his brother,
So
who had himself taken a...
at this point, yeah, Michael, I can't remember. Are the Watchers already imprisoned or not?
Good point.
I'm not
I'm
sure
gonna
on
say
that
no.
one.
Well, I don't know.
I mean, Enoch was speaking to them a minute ago, but where was he speaking to them at? Was he able to speak to them in prison, or were they still here? I don't know. I'm not sure on that one. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll find out.
You mean like they're all sat in a place, aren't they, where they
Yeah.
like can't even look up to heaven?
Uh-huh. Hmm. Hmm. Strange one.
stride back. Well, he called again, but was now only met with a resounding silence. Forgiveness it is, Marwe said as he sank to his knees and held his hands up in prayer. Forgiveness it is. Forgiveness, Oya growled as other giants began kneeling, casting glances at each other
I
to
mean,
see.
after the flood, there was a few Nephilim left, wasn't there? Did you not talk
Yeah.
about?
Yeah, they
Yes.
re-emerged, don't they? Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe these were the ones that re-emerged because they were they were wanting to be forgiven. I don't know. Just a
I don't-
thought.
I think somehow Nephilim gene continued somehow. Like Rob Skiba posed that it were one of Noah's son's wives who
Possibly.
carried it.
Possibly. It possibly could be that. It possibly could be that.
But
I
like
mean, the whole world, everything was flooded. Nothing except a bird. Even a bird couldn't land. You know what I mean? So a bird couldn't even live in the air because a bird can't continuously fly for that length of time. So, yeah, even the birds would have gone, except obviously the ones on the ark.
it must have wiped. Otherwise, what God's not gonna do something that don't achieve what He wants it to do. You know what I mean? So like, He wouldn't have flooded Earth if some giants could have been able to swim and survive and that. You know what I mean? He chose a different way.
Yeah, of
I
course.
believe they were all wiped out, but
They could. Yeah, of course. Because
clearly
I was going to say, what about ones might have been beasts that could swim, but no, He wouldn't have done the flood that way. It would wipe them out. Yeah, you're right.
clearly there's giants afterwards, like because
Mhm.
there's Goliath and Ogre Bashan and
I mean, that could be a part of the
full
story.
cities of them, like full cities of giants.
Mhm.
Like, that's where they go to war with. And
That's it. But I mean, maybe that's a part of the story that's lost, or maybe we just don't know. It could be that. Just could be that. But the flood certainly wiped out. It wiped out that who were there at the time. Apart from the only people who survived was who was on the ark. That's it.
but it does say in the Bible, doesn't it, that there were giants in those days and then afterwards.
And then after, yeah. And then after, but that kind of implies, and then after something happened. I think anyway.
Well, there's loads of it. Like some people claim another fall of angels, you know.
Aye. I mean,
Not quite clear, like, but I don't think it really matters to know.
no, of course.
Yeah.
It's just one of them things that you think about a lot, but you'll never get an answer for. Good to do their mental thoughts on it though. Mental not experiments, mental tests.
I dare say there's people who spend so much time trying to understand why giants come back that they don't even get saved. I don't know.
No, drives them crazy. Some people like that, they have to try and work out absolutely how for absolutely everything.
I blame how we've been brought up, like how we've been indoctrinated to think that like man can know everything.
No, exactly.
And man then thinks he should be able to know everything. You know what I mean? What is moon? If you can't give me an explanation, you know, it's like
yeah, like we think it's our entitlement. Like people are entitled today. How people feel, they think they should just be able to have this and be like that, and it doesn't matter. Everybody's all self-centered nowadays, narcissistic, hedonistic, any of the sticks in isms. You know? Easy.
If they had the stance right, to see if they
I'm kind of glad that we're old school, but even in our day, the elders would have said, "Oh, you know what I mean? Yous are so entitled compared to what they were in their day, you know." But yeah, I'm glad when we were a bit older than end times people. You know what I mean? I know we're end times people, but you know what I'm saying. I'm glad we're from our generation, where we know a little bit of respect at least and stuff like that.
yeah.
were meant to clasp their right thumb over their left, or vice versa. Some were already muttering to themselves, eyes closed, whispering apologies
Sorry, Jim, I'll leave it to play for a bit. No, a bit further than that. We're in 23.
for the atrocities they had committed. You really think this God is capable of forgiving you for what you've done? We'll try, Marwe said. I believe the scribe. It is better we surrender now and face a lighter punishment than continue on this path and risk total obliteration. You will all die just the same. Oya snatched up a club that he'd used as a weapon, and his brother did the same. For a moment, Marwe was about to go grab a club of his own. Thought he might have needed it, going by the look of venom in Oya's face. But then he turned on his heel, his brother just a step behind, and stalked off as angrily as he could. It was the last time Marwe would ever see him again. In the days that followed, what Enoch had predicted came to pass. The archangels descended upon the earth, and what was once hostaged by the giants was wrested from their grip. One by one, they were quartered and cut down like the harvest meeting the sickle. They were shown no mercy, as the one named Gabriel cast magic upon them, turning them against each other and driving.
This one here looks like my dad. That's my dad right there, except my dad did curly hair. Now the one right in the front here that's cuddling the dude. Looks a little bit like my dad's.
them mad. Those that fought back were crushed by his strength. One giant was sent flying for acres when he was whacked by the entity's trumpet. It was those who remained on their knees, praying, that Marwe felt the most sorry for. Those who were still muttering prayers and forgiveness. Those who had truly believed that if they prayed hard enough, they might escape the consequences of their actions. It was when Marwe saw the Archangel Gabriel butcher them did he realize that Oya was right. They would all die just the same. The flood came as was told, and no life, save for an ark, was safe from oblivion. It was loaded with animals as far as Oya could see, and there at the forefront was a man, an ordinary man. Kind of looked similar to that old scribe who'd come to the camp a few days earlier. Oya stood at the precipice of a cliff, staring down at the sight below, the churning of the waters, the storm.
Noah, I think you should have made that ark a little bit bigger.
In the skies, the fires that raged throughout the land, and the big plume of black smoke that rose from where they'd once camped together. He wondered if Marwe was still alive, the stupid, idealistic fool. Wondered if any of their prayers had saved them, and if it was too late to start trying. But no, he was sure he knew this God well enough. If there was going to be forgiveness, it would not come in the form of archangels and their weapons, nor would it come in the form of floods and storms. What if we stay up here? Haya was saying beside him. They had climbed pretty high to avoid the flood, but the rain wasn't letting up, and the water levels were only rising higher and higher. Soon, there would be no land left to stand on. We can't, Oya said, and took to gently patting his club. It was only then he saw something in the water. Too big to be a whale, too big to be another giant, even Gilgamesh. Too big to be, well, anything. It had black scaly skin that thundered through the foamy waves.
Yeah, you spoke about Gilgamesh there.
This sounds like what they call it now, Leviathan or something.
But it's getting flooded out. Look at him praying. I would have been as well.
And every so often, it pulsated with a purple glow. What is that? Hoya asked, fumbling for his own weapon. One of God's creatures, Oya presumed as he lifted his club. A silhouette emerged in the water, long and twisting, like a bloated snake that was only staying afloat because of what it had consumed. The water around it began to bubble. The purple pulsating grew more intense, and even from where they stood, both giant brothers felt the rumble of the creature. What kind of god would make something like that? Hoya began to tremble. Courage, brother, Oya reminded him as he gripped his club a little tighter. There's nothing we cannot... It burst from the water. Monster was the only word for it. Purple eyes blinking in a rage, like an animal that had been disturbed from its nap. Its mouth was huge, flaps of scaly flesh vibrating around its teeth from where it roared. Its tail slapped about the water, splashing indiscriminately, crushing a sea stack under its tremendous girth. What is that? Hoya breathed in deep. It took a moment for Oya to find his tongue as the creature rushed up to meet them, its neck stretching with effort and its teeth snatching up the air between them. I've heard legends of such a beast. They call it... Oya felt his mouth go numb, wasn't even sure if his brother heard him as the beast lunged at them. Leviathan! Oya barely avoided the beast. He threw himself out of the way, landed hard on his side and nearly lost his club as it rolled over the edge of the precipice. He scrambled on instinct, caught it clumsily between his fingers and stared up at the beast. It hung in the air, unreasonably tall, its head big enough to block out the sun if it wanted.
Wow.
It was impossible to know how much of its body still remained in the water, but that wasn't of much concern to Oya. More than enough of it was here now, glaring down at him with an expression that only a predator could show its prey. Funny how the scribe had not mentioned such a creature showing up. Higher! Oya called, fearing his brother had fallen off the edge. But no, that was not the case. Higher was there, in the beast's mouth, crunched between its teeth. There was no feeling after that, as far as Oya could tell. Maybe it was seeing his brother's corpse.
Sorry, I was a bit quiet there. I was downloading it. Oh, hey, Moomin. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you, man.
Yeah, sorry for typo on your name, Moomin. I keep catching caps locks all the time when I'm typing.
Sorry, I was a bit quiet there. I was just downloading. I forgot I didn't have a song, and then I seen that Mr. Super Sidewinder had done a new one, and then I was back to download it, and then I realised that's the song that Vicky and Barbara's got to have on their stream tonight. So I didn't download that one. Downloaded another one with him and Dabby Jack. Can't remember what it's called, but we played after this anyway. Yeah, good to see you, everyone.
Played.
Say again.
Barbara sent it me on Messenger and said, "Can we play this?" And I was like,
"No,
yeah,
well,
cool.
let's do it." And when I looked, he's only just uploaded that, so I couldn't. I was about to download that for here, but then I realised it's Islands in the Stream, isn't it? So it's him and 007 again, Richie.
Yeah, but you could have played it.
No, because you pretty much got. Well, he's already got it on his channel. But I'd rather use Premiere on your first one than me.
Right.
I play him every day. You guys play the new one. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I am warning you, it's got a video in it that's not. I don't think it's Mr. Super Sidewinders, so possibility it'll get copyrighted, but you'll get a choice to. If you do get blocked for it, it'll give you a choice to trim it.
Right.
Or mute it. But I've never ever had the choice to mute, ever. It's always been trimmed. I mean, people saying
Right.
you had a choice to mute. I've never had a choice to mute. It's always trimmed. So my copyright must be in the video because you can't mute
Right.
it. You know what I mean? Itself. So it can't be the song because I don't get mutes. You know?
Right.
So it's just
Okay.
I'm just to warn you, you might get a block in a couple of countries, but you also my last one with the video that super of them two, it wasn't their video. It was an original video from someone else. So I don't know because there's nobody in this video and it's actually a video of islands and streams and stuff like that. It possibly copyrighted to someone else. See, he hasn't put it out live, he's put it out in a video, so it's different. It's different. So I'm just saying,
Yeah.
you might get blocked, but if you do, then you've got a choice to trim it.
Wicked. Cheers.
Oh,
Did you get a 24-hour ban with that moment?
Oh, what would happen, Moomin? Don't you know that when you get a warning that YouTube removes a comment because of hate speech, but won't tell you which one? Dude, that's bad, isn't it? Hate speech.
I've had it a few times.
How would you got freedom of speech if there's such things as hate speech?
You don't have freedom of speech. You don't have freedom of anything anymore.
Well, not legally, but we have through God. We have, but legally.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
If you think we've got freedom of speech, watch what's going off in all these demonstrations.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's right. No, we haven't legally got freedom of speech, but through God, we can say what we want. Yeah, but
you can protest for any other thing, but when English people protest with an England flag, it becomes extremists and the far right and all that, and it's not. It's English people have had enough.
I mean, look what happened to Jesus for telling the truth. They crucified.
Exactly.
Hanging there between the monster's maw that drove him forward.
I know.
Maybe
Let's put it up. I think it may have been a comment about that female boxer that destroyed the woman in the Olympics. I said, just look down the comments and that will answer. Wow, that's not in. I mean, once upon a time, someone would have took that as a jest, as a little joke. It's just friggin' ridiculous, isn't it? That's hate speech. Wow.
It's a joke that a man.
Go on.
What's a joke is a man can portray himself as a woman and then thinks it's all right to compete against another woman.
And then you get that done like that for hate speech, but things like that are okay.
But do you not think we're giving the wrong message by saying it's okay for a man to change their gender, which they can't biologically change, to punch a woman, when if a husband punched a wife, he'd get done for it?
Of course, it's just ridiculous. Everything's all mixed up, mushed up together, kneaded up, and it's just crazy. Kneaded like a dough, everything's mashed up together. It's stupid.
Sodom and Gomorrah, man, I'm telling you.
That's it. And it's probably
when you read what we're going off in Sodom and Gomorrah, then you look at these gay pride marches and stuff like that.
Right, yeah, exactly. If an angel turned up, a couple of angels turned up to them gay pride marches, wouldn't one of them want to sleep with the angels? I guarantee they would. Same as Sodom and Gomorrah. They'd say, "Oh, give me that," because they've got to come down, and them funny people are definitely think they're good looking. You know what I mean? And if they're not good looking, they're going to say, "Well, it's an angel. That's a challenge. I'll go for that." You know what I mean? Of course they're going to sleep with them. Of course they are. Yeah, I think we're just in the same times as Sodom and Gomorrah, and that what blasted. That's a testament to God's mercy at the minute. You know what I mean? That is a testament to God's mercy, how the world is now, and how He's letting it be. And then people go off and slag him off, saying, "You stick up with me. Oh, let this person know." Wow.
That's how daft it, like they think because he hadn't just suddenly turned up and sorted things out that is not really don't exist, you know what I mean? But now he's long suffering. Exactly. And he has an appointed time when he's gonna come straight. And he's leaving time for people to be saved.
Long suffering is patience, and that's exactly what he is. Patient, obviously. Obviously. Because when you ask for patience from him, he doesn't just give you it. He'll put you in situations where you have to be patient. Whether you're agitated or not. Because then you learn to be patient. And eventually, when you come in a long line and you have to be there, you think, oh, well, I've got to be here. You know what I mean? To get to what I want, I have to be in this line. And I ain't going to cheat and just jump to the front, you know? Eventually, you'll just come to the conclusion that I'm better off just to chill, you know, and wait.
Yeah, I agree, Mum, and I think that, like, if we were to go along with it all and use the pronouns and to accept it, then we'd be going against God.
Oh no, exactly.
Although we'll be attacked for it, we have to stand against it. It's not natural. It's not the way things God created it to be.
No, no, definitely not. And I'm like, I mean, I will never use the pronouns and that, not intentionally. Like so, Brenda, he keeps using people that we know. Like Brenda, like the first I ever was introduced to Brenda, there was no face or nothing like that. It was on Brandon's, and then I just thought of Brenda because I seen the name was Aha. I seen the name before I heard Brenda on the panel, kind of thing. I seen the name Brenda, so to me it was her. So every time I see Brenda, I know it's a him. But when I talk about Brenda, I always end up saying her. But that's mistakenly, you know. It's because that's stuck in my head. I correct myself, but I'm so used to doing it. But it's not intentional.
I'll tell you something, Mum, where things are going and what's coming and that. I think arguing about pressure without a container is going to, like, pale.
Well, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. But it is a big one. You know, it is a big one. There's no such thing as gas without containment. You have to have containment for gas to exist. You know, so a vacuum just with gas in it that coalesces together and makes one big thing. It's not happening. Not happening.
It was the realization that now he was entirely alone, the last giant. In any case, there he went, soaring through the air, club raised high as he brought it down between the creature's eyes. Once, twice, 3 times. The creature shook violently, its screams deafening and leaving Oya with nothing but a high-pitched ringing in his ears. But still he struck with his club 4, 5, 6 times, until the club turned bloody, until skin was ripped out of the beast's scaly head, until
Looks
the
like
club
one of
slipped
them,
out of his hand and went off down
what's
to
them
the
horrible
wall.
looking fishes with little light on their head called?
Oh, anglerfish.
Yeah, anglerfish. It looks like a big, massive one of them.
It does. It's actually got the little thing on its blooming head as well. But he's chopped it off.
There's some nasty looking creatures, them, aren't they?
Oh, I'm telling you. There's some nasty looking creatures in the sea. And them deep sea creatures, some of them are mental. Some of them I don't understand how some of them live. You know, with that pressure, all that water above. That is so much water to have on you. And you get little fish down there. I know they're totally different. They're probably invertebrate and have a different system. But why ain't they crushed to a pancake? You know what I mean?
Maybe it's just where you're born. Like, you know,
I
if
know.
you were born in them pressures, you'd be used to it. Like,
Can you imagine getting to that depth though, and just say getting to that depth with a suit or whatever, and then getting that ripped off? How that would feel? Oh, wow!
When you used to go to swimming and you used to go and pick brick up off floor, you could feel pressure on your head.
Oh,
then, you know what
my
I mean?
lugs popped. It's when I'm diving at the bottom at 6 feet, my lugs were popping. When I went to the bottom at 10 feet, I thought my eyes were going to fall into the back of my head. I did. I was like, oh, get back up. But you get used to it. You do get used to that. I used to go to the bottom of 10 foot, then swim along the bottom, then come up at the top. But do you know what? It's kind of weird. I think I've got a little bit of thalassophobia. fear of underwater. Because like I used to look at the shallow end is a long swimming pool, say 3 foot. Used to get in at, and this is before I ever went to 10 foot. This is when I've just after I learned to swim. Before we used to go to the deep end, but then you get your goggles and look down to 10 foot, and you would see the drop off and how much water it was, and it just felt like really big, and what the hell's down there? So I can imagine being in the sea. You know, like you're walking in from the start of the beach, and you're just walking in with your goggles, and it's all just a gentle slope. Then you just come to a cliff, and there's a big nothingness underneath it. So I think I've got a little bit of thalassophobia. I do, because it freaks me out thinking of like, what's there, just how big and dark and it does. And I don't mind swimming underwater and that, but just seeing that drop off, it's crazy. And when you see that, that fake place where the divers swim to the bottom, it's an indoor pool thing, loads of ledges and all that, and they swim to the bottom. It's so deep. It freaks me out a bit. And the thing is, I like underwater. I used to dream of swimming underwater.
Swimming to swimming baths near me with high diving pool, and you jump off that.
Aye.
And I don't know how people dive off things like that. It's crazy to me, but it was like hitting a brick wall with your bum.
Oh, definitely.
And you'd go all the way to the bottom of it, and it'd be like you're almost out of breath swimming back to the top. Your shorts are coming off.
I know. I used to dive off the normal diving board, and you get quite high in that. But you see them high diving boards are high, but then you see people are doing them cliff dives and then them special dives.
You seen that guy who did that world record dive?
Yes, it's mental. And it's from his perspective. He looks like he's diving into a saucer.
It does,
looks like he's diving from his perspective. Obviously, he knows. And you'd think if you jump off that, you think, "Oh no, I'm just got to splat around about."
What about them that do shallow dive into like a bucket of water?
No, they do it as well, don't they? They can't do it. Yeah. Crazy. It is mental. When the movement says my ears pop and driving a small. I remember going carol singing when I was in rehab up in Manchester, and we went to. It was Christmas time, obviously, because it was carol singing for charity. Can't remember. It was near Liverpool and that, but it was up in it was kind of up in the hills.
Yeah, Pennine. You went over at Pennines.
It maybe was, but it was a town. There was a town there that we can't remember what it's called. It'll come to me at some point, probably after the stream and that. But yeah, I felt when we got there, it drove there. It's when we got out of the van, I kind of could. My ears were popping. I was like, "What the hell's my ear popping for?" And then someone said, "No, this is in the hills." And I'm like, "Really?" So we're going. You couldn't tell that we were driving up a hill. So I mean, it was obviously a gradual ascent sort of thing through the road. So I didn't even know. But I could feel it. I could feel the pressure on my face. I could feel it. And that was just up in the hills. But a plane
kills any change in pressure,
a plane kills me. And it's really sore in my ears on a plane. I do this tune a sweetie thing or sucking a sweetie thing. It doesn't work. It's really sore. It takes like half an hour to sort itself out for me. And my right ear seems to get worse than my left. It feels like it's pushing. It's like a sharp pain pushing towards my brain. That's what it feels like in a plane for me. Hate it.
That's what makes me laugh with this space business. It causes all kinds of havoc on a human body.
It would. If that was real, it would. I mean, just in a plane, you could feel it. I mean, let's say just going up the hill or just going underwater in the other way, in the other direction.
The claim they're in a suit, it can't be pressurized. Otherwise, when it went into said vacuum, it'd blow like a balloon.
Yeah.
So it can't be pressurized. So they'd have no protection from that low pressure. It cause havoc.
Of course. Maybe it's
same way rotating Earth as well. I don't think life could exist on something rotating.
No,
stupid
No, it's ridiculous, isn't it? It really is mad, and we just take it for granted as kids when we're taught it. It's like, oh, okay. It goes against what you feel, your instinct.
Once you realised, and you need common sense. Like, and if you've not got common sense, which a lot of these clever
No.
people clearly haven't,
Mm.
once you see it,
Mm.
and like with that common sense mind thinking, it's like, oh wow,
Exactly.
of course, you know, why didn't I think of that? You know,
Exactly. But when we were curious as kids, I realised a few weeks ago, I was like thinking, right, I mean, I know we didn't know all the answers, but our instincts were right. I was like thinking, we were right as kids. You know what I mean? To think, well, that doesn't make sense. How did you hear of God, like you hear of God and you hear of Adam and Eve, then you hear of evolution and you're told that's fact. You know, you think, well, how does that go together? But, well, it must be true somehow, so because we're being taught that. But your curiousness and your instinct as a kid was like, that was wrong. And it was wrong that there was any curve. You couldn't feel that, see that, and it was wrong there was an instrument. Your instinct as a kid is that was right, that all these things were wrong, but you were taught different. So you just, because you think the adults are right, you go into that way of thinking. But I realized to myself that as kids, we were right. We were right. You know what I mean? We were right to feel that. Man,
I'm quite sensitive to pressure. Like, you know, when I can feel it when we're going to get thunder, like, you know, when pressure changes here, because I start getting an awful headache. And when I used to go on an aeroplane, it'd be excruciating on landing, and days and days into holiday, I'd have like where I couldn't hear properly and that. And I used to go and get my ear syringe thinking that I'd help, but it didn't.
No, it's mad, isn't it? It's mad. It just has to release eventually. Chillin says, PG, on a plane, you need to use earphones that plug your ear canal. If stewardess says you must remove earphones, just show her it's not plugged in. Works every time. Got you. Cool. I know that I'm being on a plane for a while, but
I don't think I'll go again, to be honest.
I need a passport. I want to go American fishing. I do have to go there at some point. I wouldn't even take my rod. I would go there and buy a rod there. You know what I mean? That's what I do.
Is it your mate? I've been watching it this morning. 1 second.
And Chilling was trying to tell me something earlier about football. Fat bar. What was you saying about the fat bar? You said something about the Huns. Where was it? I seen it in this side. Where's it gone, man?
Is it your mate who was adventure fishing UK?
Yes, that's Mark. That's Mark.
Yeah, I've been watching one of his videos this morning, and he's got this fishing rod that it's in a little bag. It looks like it's shaped like a gun, but it looks like you can use it for fly fishing or cast fishing. Comes with 2 reels and lots of different ends. It looks mint.
Nice. What was it? Just a telescopic rod, was it?
Can't remember what it's called. 1 second.
Because you get telescopic rods, or you get this one. It just does look like a gun, but it's just got.
No, it's not. It's not telescopic.
It's got a little spout thing then. A little spout.
No, it's like a proper rod.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you in a minute what it's called.
I've been watching the channel for a little while. I haven't seen. He used to come into flats and saying hello.
He's got a website that he sells it on.
Okay. Well, no, it used to be No, it used to be. Sorry, he's more carvings make than mine, but I've fished with him a couple of times.
It's called. What's it called? Rigged and Ready.
Okay, Rigged and Ready. I'm gonna have to check that. Rigged and Ready.
I'll post you a link to the website now.
I'll go for it. We'll have a look at it. Yeah.
Going right off topic now onto fishing.
Totally. We'll get this finished though, but once I go to play, I won't talk for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm playing private chat.
Cool.
But I'm thinking about game one, like, so that'd be all right for me, like, and just get a net and a little tackle box, and then I won't need to worry about pumping tackle everywhere.
So, is this his compact rods?
He sells it on his website. It's not his, but he's got a website.
Okay. So which one am I looking at? It's compact rods.
That X5 thing.
X5 combination, right? Let's click on that.
So it comes with like a
right. I got you. It's just in like 5-6 parts. Like I've got a bait caster here, it comes in 5 parts. But it just compacts it, a little thing like that. That's good. That's good, that is. And you've got loads of tips for it. There's like 4 different tips.
Yeah.
So you can have it different lengths as well. That's handy, man. That's pretty handy. You could use that. Hold on. You could use that for lure fishing and carp fishing, because you could use.
You can use it anyway. I've looked at some because I went and had a look to see if they sell it on Amazon, and they do. Like, it's a bit dear on Amazon though. But like reports were like best thing I've bought. Like, so
Let's not show them, guys. Let's see if we can get a bit bigger.
Bye, Moomin.
Emma,
Hi,
Hi.
JP.
have you not seen them already? They've been there for ages, babe.
no, she said bye.
Oh, bye. Oh, right. Oh, he's going. Letters, guys. Whoever
Yeah.
that is. Did somebody say
And
JP?
then
Oh, hey,
I
JP.
said, JP's just come in. I said hi to JP. Moomin's going, so I said bye to Moomin.
Here we go. It's a bit bigger. Yeah,
It's
that's
all right, doesn't it?
I it's mint, man. 129.99. That's not bad, man. 2 reels. Well, 1 reel, but you get a spare clip-on reel for front for it, and on the fly reel.
Yeah.
I haven't done fly fishing.
I am like I won't use that, but all different ends. Like I could use it for feeder fishing, having small rigs on it or something.
I could do anything. I mean, most of my carp. I mean, I caught carp on a 12-foot rod, but most of my carp have been caught on 7-foot rods.
I'd literally just need that and a net, and then I could go
That's
fishing.
it. You can do anything as well, though. Like, you can lure fish with that, you can fly fish, you can carp fish, and you can have that at different lengths because you've got 3 tips. Hold on, maybe could you? Well, you definitely can have it at 2 lengths because you've got 1 tip that's shorter. So you would use that one for lure fishing. These you'd use for carp. Probably the tips are they're one's more sensitive than the other. In order. That is cool. That is a good thing, man. Definitely. I like that. And I like that reel.
Looks alright, doesn't it?
It is mint. Proper. Have a quick look at this thing.
Because there is a canal right close to me that I could use, but
$79.99 for that predator fishing. So this is lure. This is more lure fishing, but that's good. I would go for that as well.
I prefer float fishing, me like.
Oh, I definitely. Well, I don't. I prefer lure fishing, but I'd go for this. I'd buy both of them.
I'm not bothered about catching perch and stuff like that. Nasty.
Oh no, I do that. No, that's because of me fishing around here. But I love lure fishing. I really want to go to America and I want to go to the sea to lure fish and the river and that. I mean, I love it. I don't mind perch and pike and all that because you do get big pike in that and big perch, but carp fishing is different. It's nice once you get a carp on there and you're having a wee fight with it. It's better than lure fishing that way, but I still like the fight of lure fishing. You know what I mean? Not the fight, the chase sort of thing. It's when you feel like that lure, it's the same as when you see that float go down. It's that feeling, you know what I mean? I like them both, to be honest, but I am a bit, because I'm better at lure fishing, I suppose, because I've done that more. Mind you, the biggest fish I've caught, obviously, is from carp fishing.
You ever been night fishing?
Tried it once. I didn't catch anything. But that was only for a little bit of the night. I ain't never stayed over. No, I want to do that and catch sturgeon.
There's a right place up near me called Willagarth, and it's meant for night fishing. Right, laugh like.
Oh, I'd love to try it, man. I'd love to try that night fishing.
You get them little, the like mini glow sticks what click in top of your float, but honestly, mate, you can't tell whether they're above water or under it. Like,
because I got you. Because I've gone. I just bought some little lures with single hooks in the back, tiny, man. And they've got little balls in the front that like rattle. Looks like a weird type of fish, like, but it glows as well. No, yeah, I'm gonna have to use them. Soon.
JP, I used to go fishing like between being like 12-year-old all the way up into my 20s, and then I just get it up and got rid of all my tackle. But I fancy getting back into it. Like, it is, I enjoy it, and it's chilling. You know what I mean?
What?
Sit there with 4-pack and some sarnies, and
Aye, that's good when you're lure fishing. Sitting out, sorry, catfish now. Just sitting there chilling. When you're chilling with your mates now, I like lure fishing. Is good. It's good for my when I work to exercise, especially with my bad feet. But it's only exercise I get. It's good for walking about, I suppose, because it's different. You sit there when you're catfishing. You walk about when you're lure fishing. But what was I going to say? Yeah, I like lure fishing because what you're doing is you're trying to, I mean, you're tricking a fish into believing you're another fish that's injured. You know what I mean? Sort of things, little techniques and that. So you can either be a fish that's just swimming or a fish that's injured. You're imitating a fish. You're tricking a fish into thinking you're prey. You're prey. You know what I mean? That's what I like about it. It's the same kind of feeling as when you see the float go down, or when you're what do you call it, maggot feeder, when you've got the maggot feeder and you just see the point of the rod dinging. You know what I mean? Same kind of feeling. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. I never ever thought I'd like fishing. Never thought it. I always said that. And I'm from a fishing town. I'm from a seaside town where it's different fishing, like trawler fishing. But does that come up on the screen? No, no, it doesn't. Right, cool. Sorry, I'm blathering now. Let's go back to
get this link in
Just
private
below.
chat.
Okay. What's this one?
It's that Willowgarth.
Okay. Oh, wow, man. Look at them. So I'll have to share this.
We used to go night fishing there all the time.
Oh, aye. Look at them, man. Look at them.
There's any pictures at pond though, other than fish?
Let's have a look.
What pond I wanted you to see, like?
Some nice mirror. Is it further down?
I wonder if I'd be better seeing if there's a proper link for it. Like,
Just hold on. Let's.
but
No,
pictures.
that's usually a little bit, but not much.
Oh, in fact, just type it in Willowgarth and you'll see all pictures of it in images.
In Google or in here.
Yeah, just type Willowgarth Doncaster.
Hi, Sandro.
Sandra, how you doing, man? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Willowgarth, one word.
Well, yeah, I don't know if it's one word. Just type in Willowgarth Doncaster, you'll find it.
Okay. Yeah, Willowgarth, Doncaster. One word. Willowgarth Country Park and Fishery, South Yorkshire. There we go. There we go. Look. Look at this. See what's in here.
You're allowed to take little Barbies and all sorts like that.
Aye, man. Oh, look at somebody in that bivvy over there. Cool. What's in there? Is a sturgeon and carp and that in there?
Yeah.
Oh, wicked. Look at that. Nice. There's a few little ponds. Is it just one?
It's like I don't know if they join or not. Can't remember.
Yeah. Got
There's
it.
either a couple or the join. I'm not sure which.
And you've got little banks there. You've got little perches to sit on. To sit up on. Brilliant, man. Little piers. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. You can't beat that, man. That's brilliant. Nice. That sky as well.
You have to come up one day and we'll go or something.
That'd be boring, man. That would be boring. Oh, hey, Buddha. Ooh, look at that ray of sun, man. Blasting right to that tree. That's brilliant, that ray of sun. Look at that.
There's loads of crayfish in England chilling.
Well, look at that sun right there, man. Quite a good picture of it.
Mental.
And that, they don't look parallel to me. I mean, come on. There's two triangles there. Actually, it looks like a pyramid. Nice, man. I really like it. That's cool. Oh, aye. So you can stay in a cabin, or is that just like a shelter?
Yeah,
Ah, there we go. Are we back? Start. Oh no, we're not. Ah, man, that's really cool. It looks like, oh yes, I'll have a go at that. Nice. That's really cool, man. That's a cool place. Geese in the Britain.
yeah. It's always American stuff coming here and wiping stuff out, isn't it? Chilling. We're saying with squirrels.
Well, when we catch sand in the rivers and the canal and that, they're not meant to be here. They're a part of another part of Europe. Yeah, when we catch zander here, you're not meant to release them. You're meant to take them home, whatever, or kill them, leave them on the side. So you're meant to do. You're not meant to. I release them back. You're not meant to, but I do. I'm not killing the fish intentionally, unless I get a sea fish like in a caught. Just say I caught
I have.
a haddock.
When I was younger and stupid, I've done some cool stuff to fish, like, but I won't kill a fish now. Really, like, nothing.
No. Tell you what,
unless it was one you could eat, like.
Why next pike? Oh right, so you could lure fish in there as well if you wanted.
Oh, there'll be everything in it.
Wow, so you could lure fish or pike. Look at the goo coming off that pike. Nice. Oh, that's cool.
If you're night fishing though, you need bait alarms and that, like, you can't.
Definitely need a bit of lamb. Or stick a bell on there, whatever. Stick a bell clip on it if needed.
My mate used to take one of them pop-up tents.
You
just take out the bag and throw and it pops up.
That's cool. That's the lazy way. That's really cool.
Yeah.
What kind of fish is that? Never seen fish like that before. Got legs.
French poodle.
They must have evolved.
French poodle fish.
Oh, what's this? Pyramids and everything. Yeah, I've got on that swing, man. That's really cool, man. Bloody hell, there's so many photos of it. Oh.
I wonder if it's changed now, though. You might have to book it. I wonder, like, years since I went.
Scotland's emblem.
Blow your thistle whistle and call for netted.
Yeah, man, that's cool. Oh, hold on. Did he have Oh, right. Yeah. That's what he's got a line on. Yeah, man, that's nice. Got to go there. That's cool. Like it. Right, let's get on with this bloody video. What time is it? 36. How long? Right, hold on. On to stage. It's got 20 minutes. That's half an hour. It's got 24 minutes or something like that. Let's just get it done.
Then he was stomping the beast, his foot no bigger than a normal man's foot might have been on a boat. He dug his heel in deep, screaming along with the beast, driving his entire weight into each bloody stomp, 7, 8, 9 times, until the creature began to sway. Then he struck at it, fists buried into its skull, retrieving bone, ripping out whatever fleshy insides he could grab, and unceremoniously tossing it over his shoulder. He got to its eyes, punched one so hard it burst into a gooey white and red shower. Then he got the other one, drove his fist in and wrenched it out, tunneled his way into the hollow space and started hacking and hacking and hacking until the beast began to fall. He was thrown from the beast, tossed like a child's toy, thrown through the air before being collected by the cliffside. He lay there for a moment, catching his breath, trying to unclench his fists, one leg still kicking, as if it hadn't realized the fight was over. He was crying, he was screaming, he was sucking in air and vomiting, all at the same time. It must have been all of 5 minutes before he managed to get to his feet, managed to get a glimpse down at the water below, and saw the beast twitching before the rising waters took it. And Oya was laughing, and he was crying, and he was halfway between standing upright when he heard the beating of wings behind him. He didn't get to turn around when the blade was put through him. One concise stab that saw a brutal bit of metal poking out the front of him. He thought about swinging around and aiming a punch at the angel, but his arms didn't respond. His body went still and cold, so unnaturally cold as his sight began to dim. The last thing he heard was the smacking of the angel's lips as it took one long blast from a trumpet. And the flood did rise to the heights of the sky.
The only issue I've got
all
with
life
it
was
is like,
destroyed, including all giants who were neutralized by the angels or swept asunder by the tide.
Not there, is it?
It was only
No, I went to the
Noah and his
toilet. I did say like.
I'd like to know who's wrote this though. Like that's my issue.
Yeah, true. I mean, hold on. Let me just tell you who it's from. Let me get the thing up again. Because that's downloaded, so it won't have any information there.
It's not from anybody, is it? I don't think they just supposedly found it with Enoch and Dead Sea Scrolls.
Sorry. I thought you meant who the video who's doing
like,
the video.
my point being is, if they were all killed, who's wrote this Book of Giants? Like,
Oh, hold on. Flats is on tonight, but he's on at 9 p.m.
there's a way in it.
Yeah. All right. So he's coming. I know he's away because he texted me earlier because I asked him if he got something. 9 p.m. So he must be right. So I'm just wondering, yeah, because Vicky starts at 11:30. All right, so right, he won't do more than 2.5 hours, will he?
So what if it does? They'll have to stream at the same time.
Yeah, but that means I'll have to leave Flats just to go over there. You know what I mean? To go and help out in that. He doesn't usually though. I was just wondering because I knew he was streaming, but I thought he'd be streaming at 8 at the same time. I didn't realize he was streaming later. But I don't think he'll go over that anyway. I just realized the name of bloody Vicky's stream.
Good, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Weirdo. Right, Flats' link. I've just got to get up.
So what time's Flats on?
9 o'clock. But it's 2.5 hours, baby. He won't go over that. And if he does, I'll come over to you anyway. Don't worry. Just to help out. He won't go over that.
I'll be hard pushed to even be joining at 9 o'clock.
9, yeah, I was thinking that. I'll ask Flats anyway. I'm sure Flats will stop for that. What?
Khan's got to go to bed at 10.
No, I'll ask Flats anyway. He'll probably stop before that. He doesn't usually go much longer than 2.5 hours, babe. Not usually.
Look, it makes no odds. I can still sit
of course not. Of course not. I was just saying that I try not to run into, when I do a stream, I try not to run into people. You know what I mean? But
yeah, but you can't help it.
You know what I mean? You do.
Look, I'm not psychic. I didn't know he was going to stream an hour later.
No, he didn't know you were going to stream at 11:30. So
exactly. So it doesn't matter. What I'm saying is, I can still sit and talk with Barbara on my channel while Flats is on.
Yeah.
Because realistically, it was just Barbara coming on. Do you know what I'm saying? So whether people are watching or not, we can still.
Whether you've got a live audience or not, people watch it after it's been on anyway. Like that's when you get most of your views. The people that watch you live, the ones that are in live chat,
you don't get many watching live at all.
No,
really.
But they don't even get counted as a watch, as a view. So your views come after that anyway. You know what I mean?
Aye, but
it's nice to have people in the chat. Of course, I can't tell you'll have people there. You know,
people with multiple thousand subs don't get 100 people watching. So
aye, look, I've done one live, and it was that test one we did, and 10 people turned up.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? So even then, because I was like, no one's going to turn up. I only had like 53 subs, I think.
Don't go off subs on who watches.
No, definitely.
No.
I mean, look a bit. Flax has got 4,000 subs. He gets like 70 average a night watching.
Yeah.
Sob has got 2,000 subs. He gets 100 odd watching a night. He's got less subs and he gets more live. You know what I mean? But they don't count his views, like I said.
I've
But I've
watched
got
somebody
3
streaming.
now.
I've watched somebody streaming from Leeds today, and they had like 6,000 people watching live.
Wow.
See, when you
Chat
got that,
box,
I would
like you
cack
couldn't
my
even
pants.
comment in chat box; it would just
you
roll.
can't. Yeah, but you can't read all that stuff, can you? So you can't even interact with your bloody audience when you've got that many. You can only pick out here something. Oh yeah, Jeff. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm doing that. Yeah, yeah, Pete. Yeah, hi Pete. Yeah, cool. You know what I mean?
Aye.
When I used to watch Richie from Boston, he used to have like 500 watching, and you couldn't really comment in that either.
No.
You know,
Because
well,
if
you
they
could
slow-
like, but chances are like your comment being seen and responded to are slim.
Yeah.
if you slow it down, if they slowed it down, because you can slow down the chat, it
Yeah,
would
you
just
can't like
it would
that.
still be too fast. It
Still
would
too
choke up. It would block up. You would, the comments would still be going on after the stream ended. You know what I mean?
Aye.
So it just flies through it. It just flies through. No, you don't see comments properly. I have seen chats like that. Yeah. Right.
Well,
sorry.
That's
Okay,
a good point, Chilling. Like maybe when Flat's stream comes, you just say, "Look, Vicky's said she's streaming it, so can you make sure you finish by then?" Like,
I'll ask him anyway. He will. You know what I mean?
carry
Right.
on questions fast, like.
But, no, but
It's no problem. But yeah, it's all good.
mine ain't really about who's like. I don't have many subs, but I have good subs. Do you know what I mean?
Of course.
Like I have people that we see in here and that. So I'm not really bothered because even if Flats is on for longer, when he finishes, the ones that normally come will come.
You hit your screen with water, John. Why? The only time my screen sees water around or spray of some sort is on a cloth when I'm wiping it, and that's not often, which I should wipe it more.
I've got
Yeah.
all like little dots all over mine.
What?
Sneezed all over it.
You've got micro snot. Nice. Let's get this bloody video thing.
Sons, whose names Marway had once seen on a stone tablet, who survived. The very same men who were aboard the legendary Ark that catered to all the animals, big and small. And it has since been said that indeed, whilst the giants were destroyed, their souls remained on Earth, bitter and vengeful for the fate they had sustained. And like all things,
Chilling saying, so I've had over 100 people watching, but it showed 2,000 views on the stream the day after it ended. That would be his normal views, but the 100 people watching on the stream on live won't get counted. It's weird. It is weird. I don't know why, because they're watching. You know what I mean? They're viewing it.
That Sov gets a really good high view count for his amount of subs. Like he's almost getting everybody who's sub to him watching.
Aye. I mean, he's a good channel. He's a good channel without that. He's a clever guy. He knows some stuff. You know what I mean? He knows how to talk. He knows how to joke. You know what I mean? He's good. He's a decent guy. I don't agree with him on a lot of things, but I love him. Cool guy.
I like
we agree on a lot. We disagree on some. You know what I mean?
I like watching his streams. I watch them when I wake up in the morning, you know, because I can't watch them live, obviously.
I go live with them a couple of times when I'm awake all night. I'll go to Sov's. I went there on that. Well, we went there the other day when he was early to do the Roger thing.
Yep. The first and only time I'll better watch him. I can't stay up well for it, man.
He's taking advantage of some going panel while Sov's here at this time. Too right. Right. Right, okay, nobody said so. Anything else might be good. Right, yeah, that's cool.
things bitter and vengeful, they became evil and would continue to torment humanity in the form of spirits.
Mm-hmm. Hold on. Let's see again. I kind of missed that. Take it back a bit. So 232. Right there. Taking it back to there. Sorry.
Noah and his sons, whose names Marway had once seen on a stone tablet, who survived. The very same men who were aboard the legendary Ark that catered to all the animals, big and small. And it has since been said that indeed, whilst the giants were destroyed, their souls remained on earth, bitter and vengeful for the fate they had sustained. And like all things bitter and vengeful, they became evil and would continue to torment humanity in the
Demons.
form of spirits.
Demons, man. Demonic.
The Book of Giants is most commonly known for its discovery amongst the Dead Sea Scrolls in 1947, this being what is sometimes dubbed as the Aramaic version, or simply the Dead Sea Scrolls version, written sometime around the year 300 before the Common Era. Additionally, a version of the Book of Giants believed to be penned by Parthian prophet Mani also exists, Mani being the founder of the Gnostic Manichaeism in around the year 250 AD. Both the Aramaic version and the Manichaean version of the Book of Giants are unfortunately fragmentary, to the point that we are still missing much of what the text actually says, as well as a definitive ending. The Dead Sea Scrolls version, for example, appears to end with Enoch delivering an ambiguous warning to the giants that they will have to answer for the evils they have committed.
Yep.
The ending is abrupt, and unfortunately, we do not learn of the fates of Marwe, Oya, or Haya, though I suppose it is heavily implied that they went the same way as their fathers in the Book of Enoch. Enoch actually specifies in the tablet he gives the giants in the Aramaic text that the land is crying out because of what they, the sons of the Watchers, have done to it, and that the sons of the Watchers will receive judgment.
Oh, by the way, that link I put in is Flax's link for tonight.
But in the Manichaean version, we are treated to a more definitive end, or at least a continuation for some of the giants. We don't get to learn of the fate of Marwe because of how fragmented the text is, but we do learn, according to Mani, that Oya and Haya, the sons of the principal watcher Semyaza, end up fighting Leviathan and the Archangel Raphael before vanishing. Due to the fragmented nature of the text, we do not know any details of the battle, nor do we know if Leviathan simply devoured the giants, or if Raphael stepped in to deliver the killing blow, or if, like my version, there is a trading of blows. In my efforts to retell a more comprehensive story, I attempted to merge the Aramaic version
In your version. So you've made up parts to this.
I told you that.
Friggin' heck.
found in the Dead Sea Scrolls and the Manichaean version, as well as incorporating the Book of Watchers found in the Book of Enoch,
I thought there
that
was,
sees the angels descend upon the mortal women.
it was weird, like, because when it was fighting, when he was fighting Leviathan, what he was saying, I was like, that does. I mean, I haven't read the Book of Giants, but it doesn't sound like what I've heard. You know what I mean? It doesn't sound like that's what happened. Because it's too much detail for it. We don't get that much detail. We get enough detail, but I mean, we don't. Doesn't get that in general. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I haven't read the Book of Giants. I'm gonna have to. Now I'm gonna have to after seeing this.
And
See,
beget these giants in the first place.
Sorry.
When they found Enoch in Dead Sea Scrolls, they had a full version in Ethiopian Bible to like match it to it. You know what I mean?
Aye. I'm gonna have to get them. I'm just gonna have to. I say I just want them. I'm gonna have to go. Where can I'm gonna have to order them online, aren't I? Actually, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. Babe. Babe.
Yeah.
And I've got the
Yeah.
money. If I give you money, will you order me? If it is on Amazon,
Do you want me to have a look at my Amazon order where I sent my mum? Because I got Enoch, Jasher, and Jubilees from my mum.
Right? Yeah. Aye. Go on. Well, in the Book of Giants as well. Is that in it? No.
No,
Right. So
I've got an online copy of that somewhere on a memory stick.
No, it's fine. I'll get that separately. Well, I mean, you could always send that at some point. You could download it and send it to me if you wanted.
It's finding it.
Yeah, no,
The problem finding things.
no, forget it. I'll buy it. I'll get it on book. I want it paper in front of me, to be honest, anyway. So will you
I'm eating a Hubba Bubba lolly.
Nice.
Asda. Ice lolly.
Nice.
It don't taste like Hubba Bubba though.
Hooble wooble.
What do you want me to
I
order?
went. Michael's got to send me a link with his books on Amazon.
If I can find them,
If
like
you
on
can
the orders.
If not, then I'll look up Book of Enoch, the Book of Giants, Jubilee, and what else is it, Michael? Maccabees and that.
Maccabee, that's in Apocrypha.
The Apocrypha. I thought they were all part of the Apocrypha.
What?
I thought they were all part of the Apocrypha.
No.
No?
No.
So what's the Apocrypha? That's no, it won't be. It won't be. It won't be Thomas and that, will it? It's in the Apocrypha.
I don't know if it saved my orders like that far back.
It doesn't matter. I mean, I could look them up and do it anyway. But if you find it at some point, no problem. Don't like go away right now, man. No, babe. I just want to order Book of Giants and Enoch at least. Okay, babe.
Yeah,
I nearly shook my monitor to make you wake up.
I'm awake. I'm eating an ice
You
lolly.
might as well just get an online Book of Giants and see why you'd buy it.
I got him
I
Enoch
want
on
it on paper.
Audibles. He wouldn't have it.
No, I want it on paper. I like the book in front of me.
Well, then you need to give me a list of all the books you want, and I'll look them up.
Well, I've got to look them up. I'm just asking if you'll do it. That's all. Chillin says, I have a hard drive somewhere which has thousands of books for the Kindle. Amazing what you can get in the middle of the North Sea. What do you mean in the middle of the North Sea? Do you work on the rigs or something, Chillin? Are you on standby boats or are you fishing or whatever? What are you doing? Why are you in the middle of the North Sea? Or are you on an island?
We're in middle of North Sea, aren't we?
Yeah, I know. Oh, I thought you meant right offshore. I thought you meant offshore. I think you meant like in Britain. I thought you meant offshore in the North Sea or on an island like in Scotland or something.
Do you know where he is and what he's doing?
Who?
Chilling.
No, that's what I'm asking. I know he's in Scotland. I know. No, that's what I'm asking. What he's doing in the middle of the North Sea.
Maybe he's chilling on a boat.
Oh, chilling is not. You're an idiot.
No, I'm not.
Weirdo.
The name.
Offshore, I did. Right, see, that's what I thought. What, on standby boats or fishing or oil rigs? Nice. It's good money, that is, offshore. If you're offshore on standby boats or whatever. I mean, there's more jobs than that, I suppose, but I just wondered. Anyway, shut up, PJ.
Michael, did you know I gave you a management spanner?
Oh,
Did you?
yeah, you got a management spanner for Vicky's. Yeah, that's right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What can I do with that?
You can
time out
mods.
I can time mods out. Nice.
Yeah.
There's other things you can do, isn't there?
I gave PJ one and thought Michael might as well have
I mean,
one.
I'll never time out a mod unless they really, really bang it about. I mean, but in general,
no, but it's still a good idea, though, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
Because if I had, say, I made someone a mod and they were a road mod, and I did a normal show, then you can then time that mod out.
I'm saying, so if when you're over in Vicky's, just what I did is just clicked on somebody's name to see what the list was. Obviously, I didn't click on anything. I just was seeing what the list was. I can't remember what it was, but at the time,
But you know when the list comes up,
Uh-huh.
it doesn't come up with I think it's the lines you get on normal mods. It comes up with like a nut or something.
A nut? What are you on about?
Like a bolt kind of thing.
What do you mean?
It's a different shape thing on the thing.
It's all right. It's a different shape thing on the thing, right? I got you. Okay, whatever. Nice. Like it. Yeah.
It is true that I did take some creative liberties, such as assuming the giants' personalities, which is unlikely to have been told to us in the original text.
What do you mean, Barry? PJ, is there any way I could send you a link? Yeah. You can send links in, yeah?
Post it.
Post it in, yeah. Or would you mean to me personally, or just a link in general? Because I'm sure you've put links in here before.
If you want to post him something personal, click StreamYard link and then post it in private chat.
Yeah, you can go and put. Yeah, you can do
That's
that.
the joint stream, like.
All you do is click the link at the top. You don't have to come right in if you don't want to. But if you're backstage, you can type in the private chat. If it's something you want to send to me, or if it's just a link, yeah, you can put it straight in. Yeah, man.
Chillin said, if I ever say anything that might offend, please tell me to shut my mouth. Chillin, go and look at the name of tonight's stream. I don't think people are that easily offended.
I can't believe you called that. You're nuts. No, it's not too bad, actually. I mean, I don't like the word, you know, but it's just part of a big word, isn't it, I suppose. You're playing double entendres. Yeah, it's funny a little bit.
Know, so if people are offended by it, then that's for them problem.
Sandra says, shut your gold chewing. That actually means he's not offended. Right. We'll go on with this. Yeah, Barry, let me know. Let me know what you're on about, dude. But yes, of course you can in some way if you want to, whatever way it is.
Or dramatising the battle at the end, which I hoped allowed for some sympathy in favour of the Giants, who could be commended for their decision to pray for forgiveness in the case of Marway, or commended for their decision to fight in the face of abysmal odds in the case of Oya. I decidedly chose to make Enoch seem almost indifferent too, considering that he probably would have seen so much more incredible and threatening things on his cosmic journey through the realms in his own book. We know Enoch is one of those characters in the Bible who elicits some kind of mystery. After all, the Bible tells us that he lived 365 years, and perhaps more intriguingly, God took him away, as we are told in Genesis 5:24, which some believe is a nod to God not taking Enoch's mortal life, but instead taking him up to heaven as he was. We know Enoch was the great-great-grandfather of Noah, which would make Marway seeing Noah's name on the tablet even more eerie, if not totally sensible, for only a descendant of one such as Enoch would be worthy enough to survive the flood. The bottom line is, the Bible doesn't sell Enoch enough, considering that these little tidbits in early Genesis is all we ever really get of him. In order to really understand Enoch, one must look at the pseudepigraphical texts such as the Book of Enoch, and perhaps when one does, it might be better understood why there was such a fascination with him at the time. As far as the Book of Enoch goes, we know that the Watchers are punished for their crimes against humanity and their betrayal of God, but because of how fantastical it all seems, Enoch himself is sometimes lost in the shuffle. In the text, Enoch does play some pivotal roles, such as when he reads the Watchers their rights, as dictated by God, and delivers their judgment. In this, he becomes something of an emissary between the fallen angels and God himself. So it's interesting that Enoch takes on the exact same role with the Giants, here in the Book of Giants, as we are shown that Enoch does try and offer some respite to the Giants, at least Marway in particular, but is ultimately denied by God, who does not allow for such mercy. All Enoch can do in the end is read the judgment that had been set upon their fathers, which, considering the wording, does implicate the Giants too. But the Giants in the Book of Enoch have seldom any redeemable attributes. Nephilim, they are called in this story, and they are brutish, destructive creatures that are hell-bent on satiating their appetite for food and
I've got your PDF. And when you read it, you'll see what's meant by fragmented.
Okay.
That's why I won't buy it. Like, I'd save you money.
All right, so just read the PDF thing. Well, it's worth buying. It's still worth buying.
There's no.
I'm still worth buying Enoch.
I just won't spend money on it.
No, but I want to spend money on Enoch though. The Book of Enoch. That's worth it, isn't it?
Yeah. But you can listen to Enoch on YouTube for free audio. Like,
keep trying. I've tried multiple times. I keep falling asleep to it, hoping it goes in my head. Okay.
And Jeff's read it as well.
This is the Book of Giants as it is. I just read it just like that. Yeah. Just as it.
You'll see if you read it that it's
Yeah.
in fragments. Like,
Okay. I get you. I can see that those.
probably won't make any sense really. Like,
Yeah, I can see
this
it.
guy on videos like ad-libbed to it, like, and made it into a full story.
You have to put it together, don't you? By the looks of it. Yeah. Okay, I'll still have a look at it, man. Still have a look at it. Don't know when. Oh well. But I do want the Book of Enoch. What else would you say? What other book have you got? Jasher, that's the one. Jasher, I want that. I know I can listen to
I'd get Jasher above Enoch, like, to be fair.
I know I can listen to Jeff's, but I still want the paper copy in front of me. I like to just have it, you know.
But like, there's still like that 20% that like other even scripture, you know what I mean?
Of course. But like you say in Timothy, was it Timothy 1:10? No. You know the scripture better than I do.
No, it's not Timothy. It's can't remember. I know Josh is mentioned, and Enoch. Jesus mentions Enoch, I think.
Aye. Bookmarks.
But there's that. Was it not wrote in the book of Jasher or something like that? Can't remember what it is.
Serious question. What kind of microphone do you use? For me, it's just a cheap one. Just a cheap one off. Babe, how much was it? 18 quid or something? Babe. Babe.
Hold on. What?
What? How much was my?
Wait, Chilling. Are you after a microphone?
Right. I'll see you tomorrow.
He's probably saying because my microphone sounds a little bit. I mean, I think it's all right, but because the camera one is just blaring loud, but there's no control for the volume on it. It just is. It shows you the volume, but you can't. There's no slider for it, you know. And I can't find a setting anywhere you could do that. But when I listen to the back of it, I think it sounds. The sound level's all right, but it's a little bit tinny. It's just a cheap microphone. I think about 18 quid off. I'll show you it.
I've got one.
It's by trust. It's off Amazon. It just plugs into the jack. It plugs into the USB and the jack.
I've got one exactly the same where I was going to send you that it's still boxed up with our address on it, but you've got that one now.
Yeah, no, hold on, let me get
So what I was going to say is, Chilling, if you want a microphone, I've got one. In fact, I'll go and get it and I'll show it now. 1 minute.
Oh, I'll buy it off you, Chilling, if you want. That's my microphone. What does it? Is it USB? Did it just go into the USB?
You said it's USB.
Oh, did he? Did you see it? Oh, he has. I'd easily have it off, yeah. Because this one is a cheap one. It does sound a bit tinny, but it's all right. It does the job. You know what I mean? I'm not.
Well, Shure mics, they're rare expensive.
Aye, well, I definitely have it. I'd buy it off you. PG, if you can find what? Right, okay, I'll check that link. Chilling, I would buy it off you, dude. Definitely. This one's tinny. But it's all right. It does the job. I just keep it in the stand here.
I don't think it's that bad.
I keep it in the stand here. It's just a cheap one. It goes into the USB and the jack. That's the only thing I don't like about it. I couldn't use it on the laptop because the laptop didn't have a USB. I bought it when I had the laptop. No, sorry, the laptop didn't have a jack. So that because this plugs into the jack and the USB. So it's a pain in the ass that way. Can't use it in the laptop. Well, the laptop that I had. But it does the job.
But I'm using.
I think it was 18 quid, isn't it, babe? 18 quid?
Something like that.
18 quid, 12
Is that
quid.
the one I got off Amazon?
Yeah, it's off Amazon. Yeah, it'll be in your
Let me
list.
go and look. Let me go and look.
It's either 12 quid or 18 quid. Something like that. Sorry if it's all cracked on that because I'm holding it. It does sound a little bit tinny, but I think it's all right. But yeah, I top three sound, dude. I'll buy it off you. Just let me know how much. When am I up there?
It's 15 quid,
Oh, 15. Okay, 15.
but it was 28.99.
Oh yeah, they say that. They say that. I don't
Yeah,
think
I know. I
it was.
know.
Don't think it ever was.
Them sure mics are about 500 quid.
Are they? Yeah, let me know how much. It might take me a minute to get the money, but let me know how
Very
much.
expensive. You'll see all YouTubers use it. Witsit uses one.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, is that the big ones that bloody hang over the top here and that?
No, you'll have to buy unless
stand for it, yeah.
Killian's already got a stand as well with it. Like you'd have to
Alright.
buy all that. Like.
Dude, absolutely, man. Dude, I'll give you something for it. Surely you want something for it, man. If it's that expensive, man. I know we like gifted and all that stuff, but sometimes it's too much, man. But I'll have it without a doubt. If you want something for it, just do it. Don't be scared to say, man. But yeah, I'll absolutely pay for posting and packaging. Definitely. And that's thank you. We'll sort it out somehow. I'll give you my email number. Yeah, man, I'll give you my email number. What an idiot. What a freaking idiot. I'll give you my email number. Wow. What a numpty. I'll just put it in the chat, actually. I'll just put it in the chat. So you can let me know all the details and all that kind of crap then. Give me your phone address. I can do that. Dude. Oh, man. That's crazy. Right. There we go. Mm-hmm.
What you want to be doing, chilling, is jumping on stream with us, man.
Yeah, definitely. Why don't you ever come in, man?
I don't know
cool.
why people don't want to come on and talk. Like,
yeah, man, just give me the details to that. That's my email there, dude. That's my email there. Nice one, bro. No, honestly, that's appreciated. I do know it sounds a bit tinny, but to me, it's fine. You know, it's fine. But to be gifted something like that, it's brilliant, fantastic. But like I say, if you do want something for it, don't be scared. As long as you don't want full price. Right, let's carry on with this thing.
Violence in any way possible. They have no regard for humanity, for they are barely human themselves and are more akin to animals than anything else. They do not speak because they have not been taught to speak, and they do not assemble in packs because there is nothing civil about them. They are, for all intents and purposes, monsters, and there is no method to them outside of a sense to feed and kill. The Book of Giants illustrates the giants in a more sympathetic light. They are troubled by dreams, which humanizes them. They experience worry, doubt, and even anxiety over what these dreams mean, and what it means for them. They talk to each other about these problems, they share their worries, and they even try reassuring each other that everything will be okay. They are surprisingly like us, despite their previous monstrosities, and if we consider Marway, they also work at trying to fix the problem, demonstrating problem solving and even redemption. Of course, I chose to exaggerate the need for redemption in my own version, with Marway kneeling before Enoch, which isn't specified, or with Marway agreeing that prayer will deliver them. My aim here was to also humanize the giants, to show them as willing to make the change, despite not knowing for sure if it will actually work. Arguably, a demonstration of faith. Of course, like the original Dead Sea Scrolls version, you can also argue that the only reason the giants bothered to pray at all.
Say again, bro.
Sandro says sound like a bunch of lefties. Oh, us are giants.
But it's interesting that it says they developed, you know what I mean, the attitude.
He's added to it, you know what I
trains and
mean?
stuff
And
like
that's like
Mm.
that's worse really for me than showing it in its original form, you know, with fragments.
Aye, absolutely.
Because
It's
like it is adding things that giants have said that Arduino or they even said, you know.
exactly. If it's not in the in that writing, how do you know? I mean, you can because of the context you see, you can kind of predict maybe what would go on, but not certainly. You know what I mean? So yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's
Like and I know I said that like they didn't ask to be born,
mhm,
but that
mhm.
don't mean that they weren't born evil.
That's right. You just don't know. Yeah. So this video, guys, just take this one with a pinch of salt. You know what I mean? Yeah, there is good information in it, but he has put his own. He's eisegeted. You know what I mean? He's put yourself into it. Instead of taking out of it. Well, he's taken out of it. He's put himself into it as well. Put his own kind of words into it. But yeah, chilling banner. Check the banner, man. Like the new banner. Like it, baby.
Chilling is the man.
Chilling is a man. Yeah, he said I don't say he's gone. He's be back in a minute. I'll have to leave it up for a bit.
Probably gone in loft to find it.
I bet he is.
It's like best go and check it is still in loft before I carry on.
Check what's in that. Yeah, man. Because if it's just USB at sound, then because then I've got the jack left open. Because this one is USB and jack together. You have to have them in together. They don't work otherwise. I mean, weird one. I don't know why they'd make it that way, but they did.
I just hope it's not like got like mine. It needs an amp thing.
An amp for it.
Well, then, well, you'll have to get one if it.
Yeah, you'll have to get one. Yeah, that'd be fine. That'd be cool. And how do the amps plug in? What
like them? I don't know.
The blue.
If I unplug my mic, I can't show it.
No, it's cool. No, it's cool. But I mean, what they plug it the amps? I mean, do they connect?
I'll take a photo of it.
Right. How do they connect at the back? With what connectors?
Like so, amp goes into USB, and that mic plugs into amp because it's like imagine them connectors that you get on a proper plug-in mic. What you use, like you know what I mean? They're like got a few prongs inside them.
Alright, I got you. No, I was thinking that an amp might have to be plugged into like specific sound ones. No, like the ones with the colours on it, the colour things on it. Like it just plugs in like a speaker.
I'm going to take a photo and I'll send it. I have to send it you in Element though, because I got WhatsApp on my phone.
Everything's bloody USB now, isn't it? It used to be jacks and all that, and now it's all USB. Or Element.
I'll have to send it in Element, because I ain't got WhatsApp on my phone.
Live chat or me personally?
That's
live chat.
I'll post it in Fellowship.
Oh, Fellowship, okay. I'm there now.
Oh, just give us a second, because I'm not. I got fastest of phones.
Oh, of course, you're on the phone.
Yeah, I'm on my phone.
I thought you would have just opened another tab.
I've got to take photo, haven't I?
Oh, all right, sorry.
Otherwise,
right, I got you.
Otherwise, I'd have had to unplug something to show you.
I get you now.
I'll just say, don't. The derailing today is not me.
The only boom
Kind of
I've got a microphone stand. I haven't got a boom. I'll buy it if I need to. Boom's the one that goes kind of over the top of you, isn't it? So you can.
Yeah, you'll need a boom.
Yeah, no, I've got so it's a big one. Right, okay. No, I've just got a stand. So I'll need to get a boom.
And possibly an amp as well.
Possibly an amp. If it's needing a boom, then I'm thinking I'm going to need an amp, aren't I? That's cool.
Unless he's already got that with microphone.
do you mean I spelled your name wrong? Oh, Chilling. Oh, Chilling. Okay, of course. Sorry, dude, I was getting corrected. Got you.
It's funny you mentioned that because I've never noticed. I thought it was all one.
No, I knew it was two, but I call him Chilling.
That's how bad I am in lamps.
So it's Chilling.
Chili-ing. I always thought
Oh,
it was chilling.
Is there a space between the chili and the ing?
Yeah, I've only just noticed though. Like,
Yeah.
Me too, man. That's crazy.
Wow, you two are slow.
yeah,
I've only just noticed there's a space between chili and ing, and I didn't know it was chili-ing. I
What a
always
life.
said chilling.
so what life of taking drugs does to you?
And
Richard?
do you know something? I never even noticed the G. I always said chilling. I really did. I see chilling. When I see it, I see chilling.
That's what I see.
No
I ain't
danger.
even right chilling.
Do you know why? It's because I type it out.
No, I think we've been Mandela, man. Chilling,
No,
you
it's
Mandela
always
does.
been like that.
No. Well, that's what the Mandela does, babe.
No, his
It
name
does.
has always been that.
Well, that's what the Mandela does. Some people see it.
I've
some
wrote chilling loads of times and he's never told me I'm spelling it wrong, so I blame you,
Oh,
Chill.
man, that's crazy. That's so crazy. Right, here's the proper one. It's coming up. Save. And show. That there? Chilling is the man. Sorry, did I got. Why did it come up like that on my screen? Let me stop. Hey, show it again. On the YouTube screen, for me, it looks like it's got a space underneath it. And yeah, I don't know. One of them. There it is. Like when I see it, that chilling is the man.
There
where-
is a space between the two eyes.
No, but I mean, no, I know that. I've done that. I'm talking about underneath the banner. There's a space with some of the thing in it. What do you call it? The background. Background.
Double I. Is it a space or just double I?
No, there's
Space,
the
I've
eye,
done
then a
that.
space, then an eye.
Yeah, well, I've not even noticed.
Do you know what I've just noticed though? There's a dot, and I never put the dot.
Yeah, must be
It's-
like an optical illusion.
It's cake and optical illusion.
Why have you never corrected me when I've put chilling though?
That's
In our
crazy.
space. Mental.
That is mental. I've not, seriously. I mean, yes, I've probably seen the G, but just see it said chilling. But I see chilling. See chilling every time. I don't see the double I. I see chilling.
Yeah, that's all I see.
CHILLIN. That's what I see. That's crazy, dude. There you go, but it's corrected anyway. It's corrected. I'll leave it up for a little bit.
Well, you learn something every day.
Isn't it? And he said something like, boom's yours, double I. Yeah, got it. But there's a space in the I. What do you mean boom's yours? You mean I need to get boom?
He's got boob as well.
Oh, you got a boom. Wow, dude. Nice one, bro. Nice one. Excellent. Excellent. I owe you one.
Yeah, you do, because they're very expensive.
Absolutely, man. Definitely. Anything I can do for you, man, within reason. Nah, bless you, bro. Nice one. God bless.
Michael, did you know I rang PJ last night during your show?
Say again.
I rang PJ last night.
Yeah, no,
when
I've
he-
seen, yeah. I saw
Do you know
that.
why?
Why?
Do you know what I said to him?
What?
Because you said if he gets all them millions, you'll be the first at his door. And I said, tell Michael I'll be the first at the door. He's like, is that all you rang
Well,
for?
that's
And I'm like, yeah.
debatable, like some fast.
All right. You two are definitely fast, man, when it comes to the old
Yeah.
moderating. So it could be close. Could be close. Right, let's do this thing.
All is because they believe it is a means to save themselves. They do not care about God. They do not care about forgiveness. But if praying extends their existence, they are willing to give it a go. But they only go through the motions. They don't actually believe, which is perhaps why God ends up drowning the giants who do pray, because it is not authentic. In the Dead Sea Scrolls version, Marway is even seen to worry about his food and his living quarters, his bread and his dwelling, more than he is seen to worry about anything else, which shows us that no, he could care less about the destruction he's caused, he only cares about himself. When we think about the fallen angels impregnating the mortal women, we are never really told how their offspring are raised.
No.
Some ideas propose that in a rather gory fashion, the giants burst forth from the woman's wombs, and that they are there, fully grown and ready to cause a scene. Others propose ideas that the
He proposed that, or others. He proposed that the burst forth and were that size. I don't think so, dude. They were babies and they grew.
I believe that, yeah.
Of course.
They came out normal and then grew rapidly.
How can they come out a giant? How can the woman contain him as a giant? That's silly. You're on about. Wow.
husbands of these women, the mortal men, made an effort to raise them, but were ultimately intimidated by the creatures, or simply resented them for not being of their own.
I know, chilling. It's just the way we talk in it. I know that, but no, it's still it applies though. You know what I mean? It applies. I know. I don't mean it that way. Like it's old. I know. It's not old, but you know what I mean. Anything. It's just like a fever in a way, isn't it? Any way I could help, man. Well,
Like 20 quid for a few beers or something, man.
That's it, man. That's it.
Seed. Seldom do we see the angels being fathers to the giants, and there is a suggestion that when the angels saw how ugly their giant offspring were, they turned tail and fled. But in the case of Marway, we learn that he is in communication, at least once, with his angelic father Barakel. It is Barakel who interprets one of the dreams for Marway, and plants the seed that all is not okay with what they've been doing, and that according to the Dead Sea Scrolls version, also suffered from the same visions. One might say that this was at least some semblance of paternal instinct from the Watchers, for Barakel takes it upon himself to warn his son that the visions are not benign.
Oh, where is it? Sandra said, if the fathers were fallen from heaven, they would not need to believe, they would know. Absolutely. That dude.
Yeah, but it's sort of answered that, like, because these fallen angels are conniving, aren't they? So,
right. Of course.
Told them.
Exactly. You can see, well, even the illustration shows it. Look at that. Look. Some of the illustrations are good, like, I mean, give them that. That's really good.
Now, this isn't to say that Barakel should be nominated for Father of the Year award for just warning Marway of danger, but he seems to do a slight more than any of the other Watchers for their giant kids. Interestingly, whilst the giants converse about dreams, it's funny that in the Dead Sea Scrolls version, Oya had a dream of a virgin woman who gave birth, and though it is said nonchalantly, and as a means to denounce the significance of the dreams, we as the reader know he dreams of the Virgin Mary, and the baby that would be Jesus. It's a sneaky bit of foreshadowing, but it's quite effective in being ironic too. Oya and Hoya both believe that the dreams are reserved for Azazel in the original Dead Sea Scrolls version, Azazel being the Watcher in the Book of Enoch responsible for teaching man how to make weapons and how to wage war. Azazel actually comes under considerable scrutiny in the Book of Enoch, and despite not actually being specified as a Watcher who impregnated anyone, though he probably did, he actually ends up taking more blame for the entire incident than the leader Semyaza does. Azazel even earns himself a special kind of hell in the Duodel, an underground imprisonment that he is banished to after being bested by the Archangel Raphael. Some might say that the act of teaching man how to fight with weapons, and the sharing of heaven's secrets, was by far a worse transgression in the eyes of God than the taking of the mortal women. Seeing as Azazel becomes something of a scapegoat for the entire episode in the Book of Enoch, it makes some sense why the giants believed Azazel would be fitting the bill for them too, and that these dreams they were having were indeed reserved for him. During these discussions, we are made aware of a particular giant whose name even I was surprised to see here, Gilgamesh. Whether or not it is the same Gilgamesh from the Great Sumerian Epic, or whether it is just simply a namesake is not known, but it is probable that considering the uniqueness of the name, that the writers of the text certainly had some awareness of Near Eastern mythology, and possibly included Gilgamesh, who was known as a giant in his own epic, so as to supply some validity to the text. Mani, who derived much of his inspiration from ancient Iranian mythology, would have been all but happy to utilize Gilgamesh in the Manichaean version, considering Gilgamesh's roots in ancient Iran and or Mesopotamia. In typical Gilgamesh fashion, he is strong and can pretty much defeat any mortal in a fight. But here, even he shares doubts about fighting the heavens. This is likely done by the original writers to show that if someone as great as Gilgamesh feared the almighty biblical god of the heavens, then the everyday man ought to as well. Of course, if we consider the actual Epic of Gilgamesh, and Mesopotamian mythology in general, we'll find that Gilgamesh isn't afraid of anything or anyone.
This is what makes me laugh, right? Do you know if God sends an angel to destroy, that angel's destroying? Because there's only one winner with God. You know what I mean? It's like
there's no opposition really.
If God says it's going to go that way, or if God sends somebody like an angel to do battle, there's only one winner.
Hey, Bones Jones, how you doing, man? He said Gilgamesh was a giant and 2/3 demigod in the epic.
The question is the claim Sumerian tablets and Epic of Gilgamesh predate Bible? The question is, does it?
That's the thing. We just don't know properly.
One, and is probably more than capable of drinking the flood sent down by God and spitting it back out again. In the Dead Sea Scrolls version of the Book of Giants, we also see Gilgamesh as an authority figure, one who convinces Oya that the judgment they are seeing in their dreams is not meant for them. Rather, it is meant for the mortal men.
Bless you, chillin'. I'll check it after this, man. Nice one, dude.
The rulers of the earth. Considering Oya's father was Samyaza, the leader of the Watchers, it's natural to assume that Oya would be the leader of the giants. Of course, this isn't the case, and considering that it is Gilgamesh's words that placate Oya and the other giants' feelings, one might imply that this was the leader. With all these dreams taking place and haunting the giants, it was only a matter of time before someone came up with a suggestion. The suggestion is unorthodox, however, consulting Enoch. Evidently, the giants knew of Enoch, which suggests that fame of Enoch at the time was quite significant, especially in a time when the world was basically in turmoil. It also reflects the desperation of the giants that they would turn to Enoch, a human, in the first place. The giants agreed to send Marwe to converse with Enoch, though his journey to Enoch is quite a unique one. We are led to believe that this is a cosmic journey through the realms, whereby Marwe must pass by the sun in order to reach the desolate place, where Enoch is located. Going by the Book of Enoch, we know Enoch does find himself in some perilous places, as he is transported almost interdimensionally by the angels. So to find Enoch in the Book of Giants in a desolate place is not as unusual as it might sound. In any case, I depicted Marwe in my version as simply flying through the sky, an attribute that is applied to the giants in the Dead Sea Scrolls version.
Okay.
It might also make some sense that because their fathers could fly as...
Hey Nathan, how you doing, bro? Good to see you, man. Nice one for showing up. Bless you, man.
Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
angels, the giants also maintained some of that ability. We are also treated to a little tidbit of information where Enoch cautioned.
Again, like you said earlier, again with him saying he put the flying bit into it and it kind of backed up in the Dead Sea Scrolls, but you're still putting your own opinion into it when you don't know the exact details. That's the thing. You know what I mean? You don't know for sure that happened in that way. You know what I mean? You just...
It's almost like Chinese whispers if you think about it, you know.
Mm-hmm. It can't be verified. It can't be verified through whatever evidence there is at the minute.
But but then you can go to Enoch, and some of these things are mentioned as well. So there is like some
comparisons. Definitely, it correlate. Definitely. Mm. Yeah, it's a hard one, isn't it? But it's put your own thing into it. I could see what he's trying to do. You know, he's trying to complete a story. You know what I mean? That's based in truth. You know,
there's clear evidence that giants. You know, I mean, I personally believe pyramids were built by giants. It's
I would say so.
only explanation.
I would say so.
All this sticks and stones and pulleys and ropes.
No, that ain't working. That ain't working.
You know, moving stones like 500 miles from where they're quarried. Now, come on.
Oh, dude, mental. Right, let's get this thing finished.
Marway of his flight, warning him not to fly too close to the sun. It's possible that despite having gained a conscience in this version of the story, and having established a certain civility amongst each other, the giants were still ignorant to the ways of the world, and thus did not really understand the dangers of the sun and flying too close to it. After Marway asks Enoch about the dreams, he's not given an answer.
Oh, does that mean it's local?
Yeah, I was going to say, who's flying, even a giant, who's flying 93 million miles? I was about to say that, Michael. You got it fast. That's cool, man.
Told you I'm fast.
I'm telling you, man. Local.
A straight way, but merely a promise that he will commune with God on their behalf in an effort to find an answer. Now, Enoch is shown to try and intercede with God in the Dead Sea Scrolls version, but it's not successful. The only thing Enoch is able to offer is virtually the same tablet he received from God in the first place, that determined the grim fate of the Watchers. However, there is some hope for salvation suggested through repentance.
Chillin says, one giant step. Yeah, it is. One giant step for man. Oh, man, it would be. You could step that bloody far.
Something I hope to show in my version through Marway's eventual deference. It is through this tablet that the giants also become aware of the flood, which God would come to send, and understand that it is only through prayer and repentance that they can hope to avoid it. This is essentially where the Dead Sea Scrolls version leaves off, indeed an abrupt ending that doesn't really feel particularly satisfying.
So
the Manichaean version, meanwhile, at least from what we have of it.
So he's going to quest his spouse to make up some of it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you can't. So it ends abrupt because that's all you've got. Like, you can't add to it just to because you don't like it being ending abrupt.
You can't predict it just because, in general, that type of thing would happen in that context. Because you don't know what someone's choice or what something's choices would be. Ridiculous, isn't it? Funny. But I can't see what he was trying to do. But it doesn't. It's not based on truth.
Not helpful, though, is it?
No.
Attempts to continue the story. We see Oya and Marway, as well as the Watcher Sumyaza, have a conversation about weapons, perhaps deliberating whether to use them against the heavenly bodies or to perhaps somehow use them against the flood. In fact, we also see Oya and Marway fall out, though we cannot be sure from the fragments as to why this is. In my version, I try to plug this gap by suggesting that Oya saw reason in fighting against God, and Marway found wisdom in acquiescing instead.
So that's the thing, though, like, because in Enoch, Semyaza and all the fallen angels are like, they can't even look towards heaven, you know? And they're begging Enoch to go and petition God, and God's like, no. You don't know what you're doing. You're going to be judged for it. Like, there's like no getting away from this. Like, so there's no way them fallen angels were telling the sons that they could fight against God.
Yeah, God's never changing. Why is it going to change for them? Why would he change his decision for them just now, not others? No, not happening. Not doing it.
In any case, it is probable that some giants sided with Oya and some sided with Marway. The pack was divided. In the Manichaean version, the giants are described as promising to reform and asking for mercy, and Enoch is present to remind them that they will still have to answer for what they have done, whether they have truly repented or not. It is likely, though, that the giants never truly repented as already specified, and probably only did repent in an effort to save themselves, not because they were actually sorry. When the archangels descended from heaven to exact God's vengeance, as we see in the Book of Enoch, the Manichaean Book of Giants shows the giants putting up fierce resistance. Oya and Haya are shown to do battle against the angels, and whilst not explicitly stated, we do get a sense that the two brothers hold their own, and are able to overcome the vengeance of God, at least for a time being. The other giants, presumably those who surrendered to prayer, are not spared from the carnage, and it would appear evident that despite their best efforts to reconcile, they are rejected and slaughtered. The Book of Enoch presents this as the doing of Archangel Gabriel, who was specifically tasked with routing the giants, whereby he uses some ethereal power to turn them against each other. From the fragments of the Book of Giants, Gabriel is not directly involved in the slaughter, and we are led to believe
There's that word, ethereal. It doesn't say that in Enoch, though, does it?
But that is what it says in Enoch, that they're like...
Does it say ethereal?
I think God says something like they'll have 500 years where they'll war with each other and kill each other or something to that effect.
Right, yeah, definitely to get it. Definitely to get it.
that the Archangel Raphael had a more direct involvement when it came to neutralizing the giants. Meanwhile, in the Book of Enoch, we see that Raphael is responsible for taking down Azazel and delivering him in chains to the Duodel, where he is imprisoned for eternity. As with the Book of Enoch, the Book of Giants suggests that those giants who were not destroyed by the archangels were swept away and drowned in the flood. The most striking element of the Book of Giants is the emergence of Leviathan. Indeed, this does not occur in the Dead Sea Scrolls version, but is prominent in the Manichaean version. Where many got this idea from is hard to say, and in some essence...
Sergio, good to see you, bro. Good to see you, man. I heard the angels not have wings, actually. Well, but some did, I think. Some
did. Yeah, look at the descriptions of Ezekiel and that. Like they have 6 wings, like so.
Definitely, some did, but yeah, certainly some. Not all of them.
But they can also appear as man. Don't mean they don't have wings. Right?
Absolutely. I mean, I think the ones that were in Sodom, and that, Sodom and Gomorrah. Sorry, not just Sodom. They appeared as men, didn't they? They didn't have wings.
It kind of reads like fan fiction, simply because of how vivid it is. It certainly is characteristic of Enochian imagery, with angels fighting each other, and celestial warfare playing a huge part of the overarching narrative. But one might argue that Manny was trying to...
That's linked for Vicky's in Barbara's live tonight, 11:30 p.m. Be there or be a rhombus.
Established a definitive and arguably epic ending for the book, a giant payoff that left the reader reeling with delight and wonder.
What, baby?
If you're easily offended, I probably wouldn't be there.
What do you mean? Oh, right, yeah. Oh, right, yeah. If you're easily offended, you better not be full of swearing.
Barbara went like all swearing, won't she?
Hi.
You better not be doing all the swearing, baby.
I won't be, but I'm just saying, if you're easily offended by swear words, I wouldn't.
Benny swearing, isn't it?
Why? Have you seen the name of it, Michael?
Well, I don't know, like, but are you sure Barbara's into all swearing, like?
Just try and keep swearing. Every channel ends up swearing, but keep it to a minimum, babe. Try, come on.
I know, but the title's
shouldn't have no swearing on live streams if possible.
Yeah, if possible, you should. I don't think. You know what I mean?
My swearing.
I know. No, you should be saying. If you're easily offended, don't come, because you just be telling the truth, because the truth offends. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Not swearing.
I mean, I know
swear,
that if
try not to swear.
Not on about me. I'm on about people in general.
You're a weirdo. But aye, 11:30 p.m. tonight. Be there or be rambus.
Or be like Michael Carnan in bed.
Yeah, don't might have to worry about it.
I know the drill.
I think he'll probably be streaming from my bed.
I'm not. I've set it up in the living room.
I fell asleep on my stream the other night. It was
You
like
did.
4
I had to wake you up.
Yeah. And as soon as I woke up, I was like, yeah, I'm calling it. That's it. I didn't know where I was for a second. I'm like, what? Oh, I'm watching YouTube. Oh, no, I'm live on YouTube. Right.
That's what happens when you don't sleep.
Well, I was sleeping then. Well,
Well,
neither
get this video finished because I need to go and make some food.
yeah, man. I've just got. It's only got a couple of minutes, and you can go. I've got to play out with Super Winder. Super Winder. It's a Super Sidewinder. So.
Sadly, though, it might be said that Manny's attempt was overambitious, because the conclusion of the story once more leaves much to be desired. We are told that after Haya's death to Leviathan, Oya fights both the sea monster and the Archangel Raphael, but at the apex of the battle, they vanish. The conclusion leads us to believe that God simply took all three up to the heavens, perhaps either deciding the outcome of the battle himself, or getting so impatient that he wanted it over and done with. In my version, I separated Oya's encounter with Leviathan and the Archangel so that the fight seemed more fair, albeit Oya does end up getting stabbed in the back. I also replaced Raphael with Gabriel, which I hoped was obvious by the blowing of the trumpet, as I hoped to make this more in line with Gabriel's task in the Book of Enoch, where he routs the Nephilim.
Can't replace somebody with somebody. That's altering the story. You can't do that. Why would you do that?
And I agree with Sergio. Like there is some that are
Absolutely.
described as men, and obviously they ain't got wings.
No, that's why it stuck up there because I have to agree.
But don't mean that is their farm in heaven.
That's it.
On his own. By the end of the tale, we are led to believe that the giants are vanquished, order is restored to the world via the flood, and Noah and his family are left to repopulate and re-establish normality. In my version, however, I did pinch more from the Enochian legend, which seems to suggest that whilst the giants, or Nephilim, did expire physically, their spirits lived on in the mortal realm, and turned resentful, evil even. The Book of Enoch does not supply us with specific details of what these spirits do, or what their purpose is now, but it is believed that they are nefarious, and wish to cause trouble for the humans as they had once done in their physical form. At the time when these texts were written, giants were not reserved for the realm of mythology, no. To the Essenes, a mystical Jewish people of ancient times, who were believed to have buried many of their works in the Qumran caves of the Dead Sea, giants were once real, and the stories presented here were believed, in some manner, to have actually transpired. Giants by this account would have played a significant role in the early days of mankind, an obstacle to overcome for sure, and another layer of danger that man would need to have navigated. The giants also provide a more pragmatic reason as to why there was a flood in the first place. Indeed, we know this was not some wanton act of destruction by God, but a means to cleanse the sin of man, for he had grown troubled by the acts committed by them. But with the inclusion of the Book of Enoch and the Book of Giants, we get a far more informed sense of why a flood had to be sent at all.
Yep.
Whilst both the Dead Sea Scroll version and the Manichaean version of the Book of Giants differ, both maintain the same sentiment. Both put forth the idea that angels were able to act independently as we are. Both agree that giants were an unholy product of the mingling between angel and woman, and both emphasize the very potent threat that giants once had, in a time long, long ago. As always guys, if you've enjoyed today's episode, then don't forget to give this video.
There we go.
I'm sorry, Sandra, I still don't know what you mean.
Yeah, I don't. I read it as well. I'm not sure what you mean, Sandro. You changed because of the trumpet. It was enjoyable, I suppose, but not keen on the icy cheating, not putting your own crap into it, or just do it as it is. I think he done it to satisfy his own thirst for the literature. It wasn't there. You know what I mean? These are enjoyable. More enjoyable than the first part that just got 16 minutes in and couldn't remember any of it. You know what I mean? Because
Just choked
ended up
on
being a movie
boba.
show. Huh?
I just choked on boba.
I've got a problem with people claiming Enoch writing loads of books, because when he goes to heaven, he gets told to write down all you've seen. Why
Uh-huh.
would there be multiple books and not just one?
No, exactly. No, exactly. I agree with that. It's the Book of Enoch, and that's it. No. Yeah, man. It's good though. We've got to play out with Mr. Super Size Mind. That I don't think there's much to say about that though. Is that it was good how he did it. I understand what he was trying to do, but I don't really agree with a lot of it. Like I hate putting your own crap into the thing just to satisfy your own needs, your own thirst for the literature to be completed. We don't like that. But you're not going to make it up. You know, you've got to make it up. So I've got to say on it, Michael.
Yeah. People do this thing, where they don't have a complete item, so they're fudging gaps. But that can be misleading.
Absolutely.
But like, I won't dwell on things like Book of Giants and that. Like, this is why, like, we have the Bible.
Aye.
What we have, that should be good enough, really.
Yeah, it's Christ. It's think contains Christ.
The Bible tells you there's giants.
Aye.
Why do you need to know ins and outs of what we're going off? Really, like,
Nice to know the stories, not.
Don't save you like though, So you got to be careful going, because I don't know what's real and what's not. It could all be rubbish what they presented. Enoch, giants, everything. We do know there's giants, but that don't mean to say that these things aren't being added for some strange reason. I'm not saying that's the case. I like Enoch and I like reading it, but do you have a Bible with gospel, and that's what's important.
Aye. Absolutely, man. And Bowen Jones said, people claim Enoch wrote 360 books total, and we've only had a few. I don't believe that. Why would you write that amount of books? He just put like Michael just said, he put all that he knows in one book, and that be contained everything he knows. Excuse me. Why would there be a need for that many books? That would cause confusion. They would get lost and all that kind of stuff. I don't think that. Babe, you got anything?
No.
No, just don't think.
I just choked on boba. Funny.
I know it's not funny, but it's funny. Yes, it is funny. Shut up.
I choked on boba.
You could still kind of say something while choking, surely.
Well, you can see there's giants because some mountains look like people. Like
you
giants.
think that as well, the same as me. Like there's giants embedded in the earth.
Yeah.
Me too, definitely.
Why wouldn't there be fossilized when flood? Like everything got turned to stone, didn't it? It's the only reason there is fossils, and
that's right.
Yeah,
that's right. Man. But yeah, we'll end. I'll get Mr. Super Shine Winder up, and he can sing us out with Darby Jack. Well, Darby Jack can sing us out, and Mr.
drinking boba.
Pull us out.
When drinking boba,
is boba that horrible jelly stuff?
Aye,
the balls.
Balls, yeah.
I don't like it. It's weird.
Nice.
It's weird.
It's like drinking frog spawn.
It's not because you pop them in your mouth and they're full of like.
Yeah, exactly. You could do that with frog spawn.
It wouldn't taste nice. Boba tastes nice. Weirdos.
I know, weirdo.
Frog spawn.
It is frog spawn. It's like big frog spawn.
It's
It's like,
tapioca.
oh no! Cyanide. That's cyanide in it.
Okay, it tastes good.
Cyanide does. Nice.
Lovely.
Hi guys, Super Side Wine Nut and that'll be Jack. They're never really gonna win.
I was taking a walk in the park one day, feeling sorry for myself. I was seeing an old lady sitting on a park bench all by herself. I was moved to go and talk to her, even though I was feeling blue. She said, hi son, I said, how you doing, man? She said, son, I'm doing fine, how about you? I said, I lost a friend to cancer. He was like a brother, he was near. She said, I know how you feel, son, I lost my husband, it's been a year. But she said, he's always with me. And I asked her, how can she know? She said, I can feel his presence with me wherever I go. Well, he's there with me in the morning, throughout the day, and then through the night. I can feel his touch and his warmth with me all the time. You see, he's a creep down the hall, a picture on the wall, a familiar voice I hear, and it sounds so clear. He's a color in someone's eye. Even though my husband died, he still remains. Ooh, never really gone away. Never really gone away. As I turned to see her one last time, she was no longer there. Was she really an old lady or a living messenger? 'Cause now there are creeks down the hall, pictures on the wall, a familiar voice I hear, and it sounds so clear. She's the color in someone's eyes. Even though our loved ones die, they still remain. Yes, they do. They never really gone away. Never really gone away. No, no, no. Never really gone away. Never gone away. They never really gone away.
Wait.
Brilliant.
What? Hey, Mr. Super Sidewinder and Darby Jack. Never really gone away. Excellent. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure, and always thankful to Mr. Super Sidewinder for the supplication of music. Love it, man. Endless supply. Sometimes I go in there and I don't know which ones I've already done. Like, oh, have I done that already? I'm not sure. I have to go to the next one. I go to a title that I don't think sounds familiar. I'm like, I'm not. But I dare say I've doubled up. Wait, hold on. Oh yeah, it's still there. But see, I'm just got to put Fletcher's link in again for tonight. Is that it? Change the
That's
blue.
my link I just put in.
Yeah, I'm sure it just changed the thing. The what you call it? The oh, the title. Blooming hell, Peach. Look at that. Right. Back there. Let's Fletcher's link for tonight as well. Vicky's put her link in for 11. Fletcher's at 9 p.m. GMT, an hour later than he usually is, and my baby and Barbara. Barbara. I like it said. Barbara.
Yeah.
Baby and Barbara. My baby and Barbara are on at 11:30 p.m. GMT. Be there or be a rumbus. Okay, anything to say, babe, before we go?
My throat hurts.
You can't end this out with the end.
Love you all.
And
He who the sun sets free is free indeed.
indeed. Thank you, guys. Bless you. Ta-ra.
Bye.